costs
shit.
nothing. It costs nothing, and
We
it gains
cannot force
when you
people to
validate us.
care.
When you validate us, Moo, it feels good. It makes us feel safe. It makes us feel seen. It's really hugely beneficial to validate trans identities,
Okay,
but you
so if it
won't
were
do
the
that. That is a
opposite, and if
zero
someone were to
cost.
say
F
that
is zero
transgender
cost thing.
people make straight people, cis people feel unsafe, would it be the same thing? Would you guys need to validate us because we feel unsafe?
Where's the data? Where is the
Or
data
what
that shows
about,
that? Where is the data?
what does
Where is
it
the data?
cost to
Where is the
call us
data?
women
Where
instead
is
of
the
cis
data that
women?
shows
What
that
does it
trans people
cost?
are a threat to cis people?
What does it cost to call us just
Where
women
is the
instead of
data that
cis
shows that cis
women?
people that trans people are a threat to cis people?
What does it cost
Where is the
to
data that
call
shows that trans people are a
us
threat to cis
women
people?
women and not cis women? What does that cost?
Where is the data that shows that trans people are a threat to cis people?
Where's the data about the 16 states that don't let you use whatever bathroom you want?
Right on my computer. You're not
Okay,
worth my
pull it
effort.
up.
You're not worth my effort.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
literally have
usually
a
what
master
they
doc
say
full
when
of
people are
hundreds and
correct.
hundreds of links, and you're not worth my effort.
Well, that's just usually what people say when they don't want to prove themselves to be right. So
Oh no,
that's
I literally have all the data. I bring up
anyways,
this
like I
data
was
all the
saying,
time.
so
All the time.
why is it okay for you guys to call us cis women or cis men, but it's not okay for us to call you who you truly are? What's the valid reason? I really want to know. Why not? Why can't I just be a woman? Why do I
I
have
don't
to
feel
be a
like
cis
educating you,
woman?
Mo. I don't feel like
Okay,
educating you.
yeah, I thought so. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day and the day you deserve.
Read between the lines.
I just personally wanted to apologize that you had to deal with someone like Moo, and I think what you're doing is amazing. And I
Thanks so much.
to say that the reason why we say cis people are cis people is because they identify with the whatever it is that the government wants to document them and say that they are. Because if they decide that they like the identity that is associated with their genitalia, that's the reason why we say cisgender. It's not an offense. And the fact that she's offended by it is a lack of, unfortunately, her education in that one topic. But please keep doing what you're doing because more than enough people need to be educated. And I'm just going to jump off.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Avery. Thank you for the subs. Thank you so much for the subs and the gifts, everyone. Appreciate you all.
Okay, guys, keep tapping that screen. Get up to 50,000 likes, please. Share the live. Share and tap. Share and tap. If you're enjoying these conversations, please give me a follow. I go live twice a day, almost every day. I probably need to take the energy down a little bit before, yeah. Um, yeah, but keep tapping, guys. Appreciate you all. All the gifts, all the subs, all hugely appreciated. We're going to bring up the next guest now. I'm not looking for some opposition at the moment, so I'm not looking for friendlies at the moment, so please, opposition only. Sorry to hear that, Nikki.
Hello?
How you doing, strawberries?
I'm doing good. What about you?
How old are you, please?
19. I want to
Fantastic.
ask
You're
you,
reborn?
2005 now. Can you fix your teeth? It's like cracked. I think you need Invis.
Oops, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to send an invite to Tommy's
Okay.
realm, but hey, Tommy's realm. um,
Hello?
yeah. So, what was the purpose of the comment about my teeth? What was the purpose?
Yes, there were some mines. I think you should use Invisalign or braces because first of all, holy crap.
Strawberries. What was the purpose of that comment?
It's 6:30 and you're creeping me out. I need to go back to sleep and you're creeping me out with your cracked British tea. Are you
Strawberries.
British?
What is the what is
Sir,
what is,
sir, are you
what are you
British?
gaining by making these comments? What are you gaining?
Sir,
How is your life better for these comments?
sir, are you British?
How are these
Are
strawberries?
you are you are you British?
Explain. Can you explain to me how your life is better for what you're doing?
It's better because people won't get jump scared when they see your dental health or your oral health in general. Yeah, brush them teeth. Please do use Crest Really White. It's at Walmart. I also think you should use
Hello.
How you doing, Nails by Neil? Nails
Hi.
by Neil?
Hi,
How you
yes.
doing? Yep.
Hi.
How old are you, please?
I'm 39.
39. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
I think all suffering bothers, but if someone's outright picking on, calling names, yes, that's bad. But what I noticed that you all do have a lot of rights now, more now than ever before. So I don't understand, how you mean that you're in danger.
What rights do we have?
I can't name them off, but like basically, when I was growing up, a gay person couldn't even be gay like, without coming
Are
outside
you
and
in the
being
United States by any
told.
chance?
I'm in the United States. I'm from Bermuda, but I'm in the United States. I
Okay.
noticed that everybody is happy with the trans community or the gay community as straight people. Of course, you're gonna have certain people that might say rude things or whatever, but I feel is more everybody's more for the gay community or the trans community nowadays.
Okay. Do trans people have the right to gender affirming care across the country?
I don't have that information.
The answer
I'm
is
just
no.
going by what I see.
The answer is no, we do not. We do not have the right to gender affirming care.
Okay, so what is it that you want? As me as a straight person, what do you want from my community?
I want you guys to stop stripping us of our rights. I want you guys to start treating us like humans. I want you to start validating our identities.
With the validating identity, with my age and coming from where I come from, it's sort of hard, especially if, for example,
Why?
someone looks
Why is it
more
hard?
mannish. It's because if someone looks mannish, I'm gonna automatically say, "Oh, hey, that's a man." Or if someone looks like I'm seeing transgender women, but if she's dressed as a woman and looks like a woman, you automatically say, "Hey, girl." You know what I mean? But if someone has mannish features or acts like a man, you tend to just say, "Oh, that's a man." That's just
What would
how
it cost you to
society.
validate trans identities?
Huh?
What would it cost? What would it cost you to validate trans identities?
It's just something to learn. It's not about validating. If someone wants me to call them a
Okay, learn
woman,
it.
it's something that has to
Then
learn.
learn it. Then learn it.
Is it okay? You ain't gotta be that mean. I'm being kind right now. It's something that if
I'm sick. I'm
I'm
utterly sick and
39 and
tired
I'm
of
used to,
being nice to people that won't put in the efforts to learn.
okay, I can tell you a situation where I'm been felt like okay, trans man. I'm walked in a store looking nice. They're supposed to serve me. Do you know they walk all across me because they have a problem with me and they don't even know me? And I was told that that's based on because they're not a real woman and they're somewhat jealous. And that's how I felt that day. I never experienced that before, but that day I felt it. So what do you think about that? About a trans person making a straight person feel uncomfortable? Don't you think we all should feel comfortable?
I applaud that trans person.
You applaud them for me coming to the counter and saying hello, good afternoon, and you just keep walking across me? Why you applaud someone for being rude
You're
in a
giving me an
business
anecdotal situation. I have no way of validating what you're saying, so I have no
Right,
idea if you're
because
telling the truth or
what I'm
not.
trying to show you, some trans people make straight people feel less than too. You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
You don't?
So
So it's only
what?
about trans's feelings nowadays. It's not
Yeah, it's
about
all about
you.
trans feelings.
In the
Nails,
world. In the world,
nails.
it's all about
What would it
trans
cost
feelings.
you? What would it cost you to validate trans
Why
identities?
would it cause you to validate us also, where we can all agree
We do
together?
validate you. What would it cost you?
To what would it cause for us all to validate each other and not just a trans community? I'm just wondering about that.
We
Like
do validate cis identities.
I heard a young lady say, why you call us cis women? Why do we have to say trans man, trans woman, cis man? Why we just can't say your name or who you are? Why? What's the purpose? I think you like to argue on facts that don't even make sense. Like, if I'm giving you a fact, you ain't gotta be arguing or making it so angry. Deep down, you're angry for nothing. I'm
Oh,
just
I'm
trying to come
so
to a
angry.
conclusion.
I'm so angry with the cis community.
I'm not a cis. Just like
Oh,
how
you're
you think you're
trans.
not a
Fantastic.
woman. I mean,
So
you
you're
think you're not a
trans.
man. You
You're
think you're not a
transgender.
man, and I'm not a cis. I'm a woman. I was born with ovaries, a vagina, and I identify as a woman. So why you can't respect that? I'm just asking why you can't. In my community, why do you have to say, hey, cis woman? Why? Or child bearer? That's disrespectful. You didn't have to learn to call me a woman. That was from birth. No, I have to learn to call you all a woman by the how the community is going now.
And what would what would learning to do that cost you?
I told you I do tend to call people women when I see them dressing up as women. Sometimes I don't even know that they was biologically a man. But if I see
Okay.
you looking like a man, I'm gonna call you a man. Like,
Okay.
I
So
think you
let's
look
say
like
we
a
have a
man.
transgender woman that doesn't pass, and and you call her a man, and she corrects you. She says, "Oh, I'm actually a woman.
Oh,
Please use feminine
I would say
pronouns."
my bad. I would say my
Fantastic.
bad,
Good.
and I would
That
try to
is
remember.
good. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want to hear, Nails. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I want to hear.
I'm fair. I'm very fair, but like I said, it's a learning thing because of my age group and when I was born. It would be easier for the younger generation to automatically click in, if you understand what I'm saying, because I'm 39. This was all hidden when I was coming up, so it is a learning process for me. That's all. But I just
Okay.
want to say that I did feel
Nails.
offended.
I'm okay with people learning. I'm okay with people taking a bit of time to learn. I'm okay with, like, if you show the effort to do better, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah,
genuinely.
I correct myself
When
on a
people show
regular.
that they're making an effort to learn and do better, that's what I like to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I correct myself on a regular,
Fantastic.
especially if
That's
they
exactly what I
tell
want to
me,
see.
hey, you called me this, and I'm like, oh, shoot, my bad. So that I just want all communities to get along, all, and I want everybody's rights to be the same. Nobody should feel hurt, unsafe, or in danger when they leave their house. And as well as the straight people, we shouldn't feel intimidated either when we come amongst, because sometimes we do, when we come amongst a lot of trans women, sometimes they could be very, and I'm not saying you, but they could be very mean. I don't know if they're prejudging, but they could be very mean because I experienced it once.
Yeah, that's
Maybe that was that particular group, but
okay.
Mhm.
Nails. As a group, the trans community is not a threat to the cis community. The opposite is true. As a group, the cis community is a threat to the trans community. We have every reason to be suspicious of
Mhm.
cisgender people.
Mhm. I see where you're coming from. I see exactly where you're coming from. But as far as like the words that are coming out of people's mouth, I think everyone should respect, like how we say don't call us cis women. I think like if I say don't call me a cis woman, I think a trans person should say my bad. Okay, cool. Just like how I said my bad.
Nails. There's no valid reason to not to take issue with the word cis. Taking issue with the word cis
It's
comes from a place of invalidating trans identity. It comes from a place of transphobia.
well, I just heard it was cool. It's calling us out of our name.
Do you know what it means to be cisgender? Yeah. Thank you for the paper crane. Do you know what it means?
I'm just hearing about cis like the past 2 years. I never
Okay.
heard of that before. When
Okay.
I first heard it, I
Cisgender,
thought it was sister, like sister.
understandable. It sounds the same. But what cis means, CIS, not SIS, CIS, it means that your sex assigned at birth and your gender identity align.
Okay. And how do you feel about when they say we're just womb carriers? I mean, like baby carriers or we carry the womb. Do you think that's taking it too far, or they like people should just leave that on a topic?
We can talk about that, but first I want to make sure that we're on the same page about cis. Do you understand the definition that I gave
Yes,
you?
now that you
Okay,
just told me.
fantastic. And do you understand that it's not an offensive term? It's just the opposite of transgender.
I'm understanding that now. That you just explained it to me.
Someone predator, like I'm a predator, like with all that, like those fancy weapons and stuff like that, and the cool like hair. Damn badass predator. Yeah. Okay, sorry. What was that again, Nails?
I was just wondering, how do you feel about when we get called out our name, like we're just womb carriers or we just
Okay.
carry a baby?
All right.
But we're more
So
than that.
those those terms are not for cisgender people. Those terms are for transgender people. Birth giver. That is a term that is meant for transgender men and non-binary people, because not everyone who gives birth is a mother, and so therefore it's not appropriate to call everyone who gives birth a mother. You, as a cisgender woman, if you are still a woman, you are still a mother. You're still a breastfeeder, etc. Those other terms are meant just to include trans people in the whole equation.
Well, what it looks like to me is just a lot of chaos and confusion and separation and a lot of misunderstanding because a lot of people don't know what you just told me. A lot.
Right, and that's generally what I do. I generally educate. I'm not in a very educating mood today, but generally that's what I do.
Well, thank you for informing me. Now I know, and
No
now
problem.
like I said, I do correct myself if I do call someone the wrong gender or whatever. But now I understand cis is not gonna hurt me in any type of way.
Fantastic. That makes me happy.
All right.
Nanis, I am glad that we talked today. You have a good
All
day.
right. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Is that an upside down cross? Yes, it is.
Hello.
How you doing, Shiloh?
Hi, it's been a minute. I missed you. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm sorry, I don't remember you, Shiloh.
No, you're totally fine. I was here a while ago the last time we spoke. It's been months. I just wanted to stop in and give you a little bit of a refresher because I saw that you've been getting beat down a little bit by these people. I just want to make it clear I did listen to a lot of the takes from Nails and from Moo, and I think it's important to distinguish a lot of the things that you were saying because it seems like cis people see themselves as the victims because of trans people's existence. And that kind of
Yep.
that confuses me because it's like, how are you going to not be trans and then try to create oppression by saying that you're discriminated against because you're cis? How does that work? Like, I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. How are you victimizing yourselves in the comments while Adora's getting beat down by like all these different random cis people? Like, I'm confused. Like, they're literally watching their oppression happen by causing it in this chat and then being like, surprise Pikachu face. I'm confused. Like, what is happening? How does
All
that
right, I
make
got to move
sense?
on to the next guest, but thank you so much for coming up, Shiloh.
That's totally fine. I hope you have a
Yeah.
great day and I hope
You
no
too.
one bothers you. You deserve every good feeling ever. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Adora is the most distressful person ever and deserves what she gives out. I give out a lot of love. That's what I give out. A lot of love. I deserve a lot of love back. You're right. You're right. Oh, you guys can't hear me, can you? TikTok has to fix this damn audio issue. Tap that screen, guys. Let's get.
Let's get those views back up. We'll get it up to 100,000 likes. Let's get another 100 shares. Tap and share, guys. Tap and share. How you doing the longest?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not a man. How old are you?
I didn't mean it like that. You know how people talk, like. But
Yeah,
yeah, what's up?
I do understand. Yep. How old are you, please?
I'm in my 30s.
Fantastic. Um, does transgender suffering bother you?
Does trans people suffering bother me?
Yes.
I mean, personally, it's not something that I have ever experienced. So
Right. I mean, I'm
it's
going
like,
to have a guess that you're not
to be
transgender.
honest, no, it doesn't. I don't mean any harm by saying that, but no.
So the suffering that my community faces does not bother you.
Honestly, no.
Why?
I think I don't think that trans people are suffering in the way that they portray. Does things happen? Bad things happen, of course, but I don't think it's as like common that as y'all make it out to be. I don't think.
Are you
I think
transgender?
y'all. No,
Then maybe you don't know how my community suffers because you're
I
not
think
part of the
that
community.
here's my thing though, right? I honestly probably don't know. So I do want to learn if you're willing to tell me how is the
Yes.
trans community suffering.
So there is a stigma around being transgender. We are made fun of. We are mocked. We are invalidated. People will very openly tell us that we are not valid in who we are. That they'll call us. They'll mock the way we look, and just tell us straight up that we are not who we are. We are losing rights. We are losing our rights to gender affirming care. 18 states. That's the stat that I meant to say earlier. 18 states have banned gender affirming care in one form or another. Gender affirming care is literally life saving, so banning it like genuinely unalives us. We are losing rights to public spaces such as bathrooms. We're losing rights to locker rooms, etc. We are losing rights to participate in sports. We're losing the right to keep our children. We don't have employment protections. The list goes on.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yep.
All right. So when you said like losing certain spaces like the bathroom and not being able to like compete in sports or whatever, right? Um, is that really true or is that just something you're saying?
Oh no, it's really true. We are losing these rights quite literally. There are
How are
550
you
anti-transgender
how
bills being pushed forward in the United
how,
States.
how are you losing bathroom rights though? I don't understand that.
They're banning us from using the restrooms of our identities.
So are you
If I
saying
go to
that
Florida right now, I have to go in the men's room with my teacup breasts, dressing feminine. I have to go into the men's restroom legally.
all right, here's my thing. I don't see something wrong with that. Can you explain why that's wrong?
You don't see why it's wrong to force a woman into the men's restroom.
But you have to understand, like, I don't think you're a woman. I think you're just
No
saying you
fucking
are.
shit. Okay, okay. All right, the longest. What would it cost you to validate trans identities?
We would need something impossible, like a technology that doesn't exist, or
What? That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. What would it cost you to validate us? What would it cost you to say that I am a woman?
you would have to have been born as uh basically a little girl. You would have to have been
That's not what
born.
I asked. Not what I asked. What would it
You're
cost you
literally
right
asking.
now
You're
to say
literally
that
just
I am a
asking.
woman?
Oh, right now? Damn, right now, bro. Damn. Um, I I'll put it like this. I would respect you, but in all realness, you are a man to me.
Thank you. That's again not what I asked. What would it cost you to validate trans identities?
All right. This is what it would cost me. It would cost me my sanity
Your sanity. Okay, and how would you lose your sanity by validating trans identities?
because here's the thing, and I know this might be hard to hear. but you are a man, and
Do you know
you
what it
can,
costs my community when you invalidate us? Do you know what it costs us?
tell me.
Everything. The self-unaliving ideation rate for trans people lifetime is approximately 80%. 80% of transgender people at some point in their life will seriously consider taking self-unaliving. And
You
you
don't
know why?
think
Do you know why that rate is so high? That rate is so
why?
high because of how society treats us. Thank you for the hand hearts.
You think it's because society? I
Yes,
think it's
it is
something
because of
more than that.
society. Oh no, no.
I think
We
it's
have
something a lot
study
more
after
than that.
study after study that shows that that the way we are treated, the way we are treated by society, the way we are treated by friends and family, has a significant impact on our self-unaliving ideation rate. Significant.
Let
When
me
we
ask you a
have the
question.
support that we need, when we are validated by those closest to us, our self-unaliving ideation rate plummets.
Let me ask you a question. You don't think that maybe that the real reason why these people may unalive themselves or to think about it will is because maybe they're like mentally like weak mentally, and they
Mentally
can't take
weak. You have no
they can't.
idea
You
how
have to
much
understand where I'm
strength.
coming from,
You
though.
have
You have to
no idea
understand where I'm coming
how
from,
much
though.
strength it takes to be transgender in this society. Goodbye. Yeah, I got Cash App to kick you.
Thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, tap, tap, tap away. We're so close to 100,000. Oh, I got the fucking volume. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate you so much. Guys, tap that screen. We are so close to 100,000. Tap, tap, tap away. Actually, I'm gonna get a little more ambitious here, guys. I'm gonna set a goal of 150,000, and I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes to get there. So at 10:02, if we're not at 150,000 likes, chat goes off. So tap away, guys. Tap, tap, tap away. We're gonna bring up the next guest now. If you are a friendly, you are loved very much, but we're not looking for friendlies right now. We're looking for opposition only. And if you're enjoying this, please give me a follow. I go live twice a day, almost every day. Oh, a new thing going forward from now on: 5% of all gifts will be donated to to some form of LGBT charity every single week. The plan is for the first week to donate to the Human Rights Campaign. So when I get my gift check this week, 5% of it's going right to the Human Rights Campaign. And going forward, if this works out, if this is sustainable, the goal is to move that up to 15%. It's 5% to start to make sure that this is viable. Oh yeah, I will be posting receipts on the Best Friend Squad Discord. There will absolutely be receipts.
Hello.
Hello, I'm in.
Hi, Adora.
How old are you, please?
18, same as yesterday.
Oh, you were on yesterday. Sorry, I don't remember you.
No, it's okay. Before, I know the topic is about trans people's sufferings, but I just wanted to ask you like a quick question, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Why do you have a cross that's upside down as your eyeliner?
Because I'm a Satanist.
Okay. I just wanted to ask why. But anyway, with the suffering, like what suffering are you talking about? Because I genuinely want to know. Like, it's not disrespectful, but I want to know.
Yeah, there's a stigma around being trans. We are treated poorly by the general population. People mock us, make fun of us, hurt us. They will quite literally assault us just because we are trans. It is dangerous for us to go out in public, especially in more southern states. We are losing rights. We're losing rights to gender affirming care. We're losing rights to public spaces. We're losing rights to keep our kids. We don't have employment protections. The list goes on.
Yeah, okay. So I completely support the idea that everyone should be safe and there should be no violence and assaults or anything like that. So I completely agree with you on that side. And I support rights that, protect your community against that. But I don't agree with rights to gender affirming surgery, if I'm going to be honest.
Then what that does mean is that you're in favor of child suffering. If you're against gender affirming care, you are in favor of children suffering.
How is that so?
Because the self-unaliving ideation rate for transgender youth is exceptionally high. In 2021 alone, 60% of transgender youth experience significant self-unaliving ideation. And when a trans child has access to gender-affirming care and at least one supportive parent, that self-unaliving ideation rate drops by 70%.
Okay, and I think that gender affirming surgery is not the right way to support someone who is having those thoughts or confusion about
It
their
is.
gender.
It is. It's not up for debate. It is. We have study after study after study after study that shows that gender affirming care is the solution to the is a huge part of the solution to this high unaliving ideation rate. It cannot necessarily cure depression, but it can significantly reduce distress related to gender dysphoria.
No, I do believe that it can help, but I don't think it's the best solution. Like, obviously, there is reports of it in data because I do believe it can help. Like, it's a thing and it does help. I affirm that. But I just think that it's not the best way for society as a whole.
And what is?
I don't know the right word to use for it, but because I don't know the exact word, but the opposite of gender affirming, so it would be like what, therapy? I don't know if that's the exact word.
Yeah, therapy is part of gender affirming care, and that is a part of one of the rights that we're losing.
No, but I don't mean in a gender affirming way. I mean in a sort of, I'm trying to use the right words.
In a gender
but
non-affirming way.
Yeah.
What would it cost you to validate trans identities? What would it cost you to affirm us?
It would cost me my intellect and my belief system.
How would it cost you your intellect?
Because I'm looking at someone that is a man and they're telling me, no, I'm a woman, and my intellect is telling me they're a man, and that's what the truth is, and that's how they were born. And I'm just choosing to believe them rather than my intellect.
I remember you now. We're going to move on.
How you doing?
How you doing?
So I used to be non-binary, and I genuinely hated myself for it, and I would always be whining day in and day out about how non-binary people have no rights, and I was miserable. And I can see that in you right now. You are
How old are you?
miserable talking.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 18. I turned 18 earlier this September.
Fantastic. What year were you born?
2005.
Okay. Fantastic. Good. Proceed.
All right. I was miserable. I was always whining about how these people have no rights and all that, and it took me way too long to realize being non-binary is ruining myself and a lot of others, and it does not help at all.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you explored your gender and realized that you weren't non-binary.
And I not only that, I realized that it was ruining myself to try to defend non-binary or other, trans rights.
So
not also because you're not, but I'm non-binary, and coming out was the absolute best decision I ever made for myself. If you look at my videos where I'm in a wig, where I'm in a dress, where I'm in masculine clothing, where I'm in purely androgynous clothing, I am purely happy. So yeah, move on.
Okay.
No, it's okay that you tried on being non-binary and realized that it wasn't right for you. That's okay.
I'm so sorry that your exploration through your gender identity didn't work out as well for you, but that's not the story of most non-binary people, and I don't
Yeah,
appreciate the way your exploration against other people.
exactly. Yep, that's where we have the problem.
So it's not just that. I'm not saying it's just I'm not saying it's just that I was non-binary that it was ruining me. A lot of it was me trying to defend non-binary and how much of a struggle it was even trying to do that.
Would you defend non-binary people right now?
Not really, no, to be
Why?
honest.
Why?
Because it's such a strain and stressful thing to do.
It's not.
Okay, so if you don't want to fight for marginalized communities, don't get in our way. You don't have to fight. We're not asking you to fight. Just don't get in our way.
Okay, it kind of sounds like you're just forcing your opinion on me, but all right.
What?
What are you not getting?
How come your Instagram says you're 16?
Old bio.
Old bio. I can believe that.
No, I gotta change that. You're right.
On an active, it's taken you 2 years to update your bio on an active social media account.
Yeah, no, I don't really pay attention to my bio. I just post stuff so people can enjoy it.
Right.
I can't take the chance, Noah. There's too much of a chance you're underage. I can't take that chance. How you doing, hot dog?
I'm doing amazing. Super non-binary. Super happy about it.
Like, for real, guys, exploring your gender is okay, and exploring your gender and realizing that you're not what you thought you might have been, that's okay. Don't use your experience to invalidate our experiences. I kind of love the asymmetrical look. I'm kind of digging it. And I'm also loving the comments I'm getting for this too.
and the downward cross gives you a little bit of a lift.
Oh yeah?
Optical makeup theory.
How you doing, Teardrop?
Hi, how are you, Adora?
I am doing all right. How old are you, please?
Adora, I am 53 years old.
53. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
I understand that they're suffering in their own way. I am not them. I cannot feel what they are feeling. I cannot imagine what they are going through. I will not judge them. I cannot tell them how to live their life. I've been listening to you, and I have been listening to everybody who call in your program and they speak about it. And I don't really have the full understanding of it, but like I said, I am not them, so I cannot tell you how they feel. They know how they're feeling.
Right, yeah.
And I
My
understand
community,
that
we know how we feel.
Right, yeah. But there's only one thing I would just say is that we need to respect y'all in the way that y'all feel and y'all come out. Now, forgive me if I'm not putting the words in the right way like y'all has put it up, because I am not really familiar with those side of pronouns and all this. So I just say they. Right? We respect, we will respect y'all for how y'all feel and choose to live your life, because at the end of the day, that is your life. That's not my life. But for some reason or the other, I see sometimes you get a little angry with some of the people that don't agree with you. And yeah, you do. I'm not going to vex with you at that. But I think it should go both ways, Adora. If we need to respect you and others for your life that you choose to live, you all have to, I could say the wrong way too, and it could come out bad. Some of us who do not understand or understand will choose to come at you all, and I will understand the reaction that you will give them. But for those that really honest and just trying to have a conversation with you all, I don't think you should get vexed with them for that and just like, okay, if I don't agree with you, I kick you off. No, we need to understand each other. We respect you, you respect us.
No, I do not respect my oppressor. I will not respect my
Which,
oppressor.
which one of
No,
Adora's
no, once
guests?
he's
Which
not,
one of Adora's guests was deserving of her respect? Which
no,
one?
I'm not saying, I'm not specifying one or particular. I know it have those that come up at you and they will throw things at you, and you know they tend to call you names, and in the comments they will tell you sort of disrespectful things, and I don't like that, right? I don't, because I am always on your live. I do listen to you, but I wouldn't put up a comment and tell you anything. I just listened to the guy just now there talking to you, and I realized that you got vexed. Well, I don't know. Probably I had a discussion with him before, because they will keep coming, and they will keep telling you the same thing over and over and over and over. But I just feel like I feel that they need to respect our opinion as well too.
No.
If
What
it
opinion
is
should I be respecting? Teardrop. What opinion should I be respecting?
all right, you you ask him what would it cost him for him to say that you are a woman,
Yep.
and he was telling you that I think in all fairness, I think he was just totally trying to say, well, okay, I cannot look at you as a woman. That was how he was thinking, I believe.
That was also a
He was saying, well,
challenge. That was also
I
a
cannot
challenge
see
to
you
get
as a
elected.
woman, right?
That was also a
Hot
challenge
dog,
to
I
get
know you will
elected.
come at me, but just now, let me just tell Adora what I think, what I thought of
Yeah,
what he
he was
said. I
invalidating
think
trans identities.
right, he was saying, you know, I cannot look at you as a woman. He's saying for himself he can't do it, right? Whereas it have some people would say, okay, Adora, yeah, I could see you. It's okay. I could call you a woman. But he, on his own half, he just can't do it. Maybe he can't do it now. Maybe give him some time and he probably will get into that and maybe be able to have that respect for you on others later on. You understand? Or you vexed with me too?
Oh, I was too busy doing something of a bit more relevance, updating some information on my page. What you were saying was of no consequence to me. Were you trying to say that I should accept people who invalidate my identity?
No, I did not say to accept them. Adora, there's a difference in accepting people, and you know, like I was on someone else's live, and he is quite nice as well, and we were talking about the same thing, and you know, like I told him, I don't know if it's a him or her, what, but anyhow, he was very nice. You are very nice as well. I don't have no problem with you neither. But you know, like I was telling him, it's one thing we all have to learn to do. We must love each other for who they are, no matter what. So if I see you as a trans person wanting to be a lady, wanting
I
to
do
be the
not love my
female,
oppressor. I will never love the people who are stripping me of my rights, who are making it so that I am not safe in public, and I got Cash App to kick you. You have a good day. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. I have the best followers. Thank you so much to every single one of you. Whew. All right, guys, just keep tapping away. We're pretty close to 200,000 now. You guys blew past my 150,000 goal. Like you guys did that with minutes to spare. So yeah, tap and share, guys. Tap and share. So this coming Friday, Mel and I are going to be doing Mel and I are doing our duo debates. Where we'll be doing a whole debate, just the two of us versus opposition. That is happening this Friday. Looking forward to that. So mark that on your calendars. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. We are. Yes, we are. Fantastic. What time? Yeah, Mel and I are bad at planning. We don't really know what time yet, but it's happening on Friday. Okay. PO Box run soon. I don't have a specific date yet, but soon. How you doing, Andromeda?
Terrible. Thank you for asking.
I know better than ask. I know better than to ask.
Same.
All right, let's bring up the
Ever
next.
learn?
Let's bring up the next guest. Love the eye makeup. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying it. It's my first time trying an asymmetrical look. How you doing, Loka?
Oh, sorry, I
You with
didn't.
me, Loka?
Sorry.
Thank you for the sub.
Hello, good morning. I'm 25, just I know you're gonna ask. I'm not
Fantastic.
in opposition. I just heard you trying to explain the term cis to these people who cannot grasp it for whatever reason. And I just wanted to say that cis is a term, it's a Latin-based root term. It's always been used in medical terminology. If you take any medical terminology class, you'll learn that it just means on the same side. And I don't understand why people can't grasp that it's not a slur. I'm sorry that you've been having to deal with all these very ignorant, closed-minded people this morning. It's very unfortunate. Keep doing what you're doing. I tune into your lives every morning. Love listening to you debate. I think you're doing great. You look amazing. Love your
Thank you
top.
so much.
Love your necklace. I just wanted to say that because
The necklace is
it
fun.
is
I really like it.
ridiculous that people
Appreciate you,
just
Loka.
do not understand
Yeah.
terminology at all. So, yeah, just have a good day. I just wanted to let that be known.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for the compliments, everyone. Appreciate you all. How you doing, Penny King?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 38.
Fantastic. And
So, oh, go on.
does transgender suffering bother you?
No.
Trans suffering does not bother you.
Nope.
Why?
Because you don't respect other people's opinions. It's your opinion or no
No, I
one
do not
else's.
respect the opinions of my oppressors.
But you're not a woman. You're a man in a dress with mental health issues.
Penny, what would it cost you to validate trans identities?
Do you know what? I accept that you want to be a woman. I accept
What
that
would
you
it
want to be called
cost you?
she, her.
Penny,
But
what would
I
it
will
cost
never
you?
accept that you're a woman.
What would it, okay, and I'm not asking that in this instance, I'm not asking you to accept that I'm a woman or not. I'm asking you, what would it cost you to validate my identity?
The problem of me validating your identity, that you stop me from believing what I believe. That's the issue. This
I
is the
don't care
biggest
what
issue here.
Penny, I don't care what you think privately. What you do to trans people in person, on the internet, etc. What you do outwardly, that's what matters to me. What would it cost you to outwardly validate trans identities?
Well, listen, I accept that you want to be a woman. And I accept that I'll call you she, her. That's no issue to me. But on the outside world, outside of work, in real life, I can never accept you as a woman because you're a man.
Penny,
Because you're a man.
we've heard you say that 3 times now.
So what? There's
You're being
nothing more else
asked
to explain. That's
I know.
it.
Hey,
I can't
can we
help
take
it
a
if you
deep
don't
breath?
accept it.
Penny, can we take a breath?
Go on, go ahead.
You seem really heated, and I don't know why.
No, I'm not heated. Honestly, I'm not. Go on, crack on.
Okay, perfect. So let's chill, okay? Because you said that 3 times now, and we heard you. But I'm gonna be real. Whether or not you see us as women, whether or not you treat us that way, that should be irrelevant to the fact that we're suffering. And
But
your
you're
apathy
suffering
to our suffering, based
because
on the fact that
you're
you just
making
don't
all
see us.
straight people say that you have to be a woman or you have to be a man.
No,
We
that's
don't
not what
agree with that.
Penny,
We don't agree with none
that's
of
not what
that.
I'm saying. Penny, that's not what I'm saying. So let's calm down. What I'm saying is that whether or not you agree with us being women, and whether or not people want you as a cis person or a straight person, as you call it yourself, to be able to acknowledge us that way, has nothing to do with the fact that there is suffering going on.
But there's suffering around the world on all different things, not just trans
Yeah,
people.
you're very correct. You're very correct. But we can be bothered by everybody's suffering. We can still feel empathy for those that suffer here in America.
Nah, listen, you're a man in a dress that thinks they're a woman. You've got mental health issues,
I
and before you
believe,
transition to
Penny,
another sex, what you should do is really go and get mental health help.
Penny, I understand that that's what you're saying. Believe you me, I'm gathering that. I heard what you said. But what we're talking about here is the suffering that's going on. And so I
Yeah,
know
but
that you think that I know, Penny. I know, Penny. I just want to talk about the actual suffering itself and not the metaphysics. Can we do that? Can we just talk about like how trans people are experiencing pain and suffering?
but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I
You will
am
never get
because
to what you want. You will never
I
get to what
am.
you want. You
I
can never
am
get to
because
what you want.
I am, Penny, because you've said that we're just men in dresses and that you accept that we think that we're women and this, that, and the third. You've said that now 4 times.
So
I
what
have
else you
heard
want me
you
to
say
say? What else would you like me to say?
I don't want you to talk about whether or not we're women. I'm not here to convince you that I'm a woman.
You can try and talk down to me all you want.
I'm not trying to
Yes,
talk
you are.
down
You know
to I'm not
exactly
trying to
what you're
talk
trying to
down to
do.
you.
You're trying to take Listen,
Penny,
at the end of the day, you will never
I'm not
get
trying to talk
accepted.
down to you.
You
Penny,
will
this
never get
isn't talking
accepted
down to you, this is
by straight
de-escalating.
people because
Penny,
what
you're
you
getting
want is
Andromeda
for
and me
straight
mixed up. I
people.
was the one talking down to you. Andromeda is not talking
I'm
down to
not
you.
here. I'm not here to talk down to you. I'm
All right, Andromeda,
de-escalating.
you said it multiple times now, yeah? So you will never get what you want from straight people
I
because
don't
what you
need
want
you to
straight
do
people to
that.
do is to say that you're women.
Penny, I
So you
don't
might as
need
well
you to
just
do
drop
that.
me, kick me, drop me, do
Penny,
what you got to do. Not an issue.
Penny,
I'm just letting you know why you never get what you want.
Penny, I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to confirm that, like, to affirm me. I don't need you to do that for me. That's not something I'm asking right now. That's not something I'm looking for you to do. That's not what this conversation is about. I don't need you to sit here and call me a woman. I don't. What we're talking about is suffering, because suffering can exist whether you affirm us or not. And that's what I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Fantastic. So trans people are suffering in America because right now there are many people who remove us from our homes because of the fact that we're trans and we get our gender identity affirmed. Whether that's the government removing children. Thank you so much, Mimi. Whether that's government removing children, or whether that's our own families, our parents, who kick us out to the dust when we come out, because coming out is a very traumatic time for a lot of people. We lose our jobs. We deal with a lot of hate and harassment from our ex-partners. We deal with a horrific treatment from the court systems when we fight for custody. We are watching laws get incrementally worse, where it started at a place that most people can accept. Most people can accept children, like them getting banned for the gender affirming care. Most people can gather the logic to that. But they're using that as a jumping off point to move on to the next people, which is now adults. Or they're using that, or where you have a place like Missouri, where you can't even experience any mental health symptoms whatsoever before you end up receiving the gender affirming care, which is really silly because the whole diagnosis of gender dysphoria, which is what the diagnosis is for us to be able to receive a significant amount of this care, stems from other, like we only know that it exists because of those mental health conditions. So it is an outright ban on transition for any trans person. And we're watching our country get worse, and I'm going to be real, it's really scary. It is really, really alarming.
Okay, what can I speak?
Please.
Look, like obviously we'll have to agree to disagree. I think look, no one, like whether you're gay, straight, whatever, no one should be treated bad for what they are, what they believe in. But like I keep repeating myself, you're forcing your ideas on people that don't agree with it, and if they don't agree with it, it's an issue. But you don't agree with what I say.
Hold on, please do not speak it. Do not jump in to the middle of it.
You know, so that's what I mean. I think what America needs right now is Donald Trump back in power, and he'll sort out all your issues 100%.
What do you
Bring
hope
back
Donald Trump?
man. Trump's the only man that can sort this out, man. Because this is ridiculous now. You're just men in dresses.
What do you think Donald Trump can do for trans people then?
It'll stop all this bullshit of us having to say, yeah, you're a woman, because you ain't a woman. You're always going to be, in my eyes, you'll always be a man.
Penny, Can we, I understand that. You already said that. Can we talk about
No,
the
I
things I
can't.
just said to you?
But this is
Can we
it.
talk?
This is what I'm saying to you. You don't believe in what I say, so I don't believe in what you say.
No, Penny, it's not about whether or not you believe. What I want to talk about is the suffering. Like, I just gave you a laundry list of the ways that we're suffering in this country, but you want to go back to, oh, I don't want to call you a man. Call me a man. I don't care. I want to talk about the suffering. I want to talk about what's happening to trans people.
Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? Good luck on your journey, innit? Good luck. It's going to be hard, but
God, I fucking hate redcoats. They're
don't force your beliefs on
unbearable.
other
This is what
people.
your brain looks like.
Don't. Oh yeah. Okay. Donald Trump, and get rid of you batty people out this forever. Get rid of you gays out
Fuck
this fucking
you.
thing forever.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
I'm so
Dirty
scared of him.
batties.
So scared of the man that's going to be in jail. Oh my god, so scared.
Can you let me go? Thank you. Okay, my cat is trying to murder me. Okay. Okay. Tap that screen, guys. Let's get it. We're so close to 200,000 likes, guys. We got this. We can do 200,000. I know we can. We're going to bring up the next guest. How you doing today? Hello, you with me? Hello? I'm gonna have to move on. Sorry.
Wasn't the birthday
You with me? Hello?
She might have stepped away from her
Whoa.
phone.
Is your microphone on? Is your microphone on?
I can't tell if she's talking to me or someone else.
Oh, she said it seems like she's talking with people around her, asking if her microphone is on.
Oh shit. Well, she's gone now. You with me, Micah? If you're here, you're off the app. Hello, Micah? Why the upside down cross? I'm a Satanist. Hail Satan. No one's connecting now. Keep tapping, guys. Oh, we made it past 200,000. Love to see it. Am I actually a Satanist? Yes, I'm a card-carrying, certified member of the Satanic Temple. And I have the certificate to prove it.
Hello.
How you doing, Levi?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 18.
Fantastic. What year were you born?
2004.
Okay. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Yes, it does.
Fantastic. Love to hear it.
I'm not from America, but in my country, I've heard many things about trans people have to suffer, and it actually does hurt my heart a lot hearing about this stuff. Because I can't imagine what any of you have to go through. And I'm actually just generally so sorry to hear the amount of hate you get on this app. Like, for you, Dora, I see the amount of hate you got this morning. I've been watching this live for about an hour now, and the amount of people giving you them comments, I can't imagine how that makes you feel, and I'm genuinely so sorry.
Well, hey, we're going to keep fighting. We're not going to give up. And it's very nice to have support from the outside.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say I do believe that everyone is suffering, but especially trans people. Everyone needs to stick together, and we all need to get out of this together. Like,
Yep.
That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for bringing me on.
No problem. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. The voice of Miami.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, boys?
Hey, how you doing? How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
Me, I'm 54. I was born in 1969.
All right. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Well, what's bothering me is that, see, I'm a straight male, but I used to, when I was in the DJing circuit, basically in the clubs, I used to DJ in a lot of gay clubs, okay? And the transgenders from back then, or the
Transgender
trans, or
people.
the drag queens, whatever. Huh? Excuse me?
Transgender people.
Transgender people, or
Yeah.
cross dressers, or drag queens, whatever they want to call them in the gay clubs. Okay, they didn't have the problems that they have today. I think the division
Oh.
is being caused by. Yeah, do you hear me?
Oh no, I hear you. I just said as in they didn't have problems that we have today.
They didn't look. I come from the circuit. Okay, even being a male, straight male, I come from the circuit of working in the circuit, and they didn't have the same problems. They didn't talk about it. These were people back then in the 90s that if no one wanted to accept them for what they believed they were, so be it. They kept on going on with their lives. The problem is that I have,
Yeah,
and the problem is
no,
that a lot of people.
no.
Hold on
This,
hold on a second. Hold on.
no. Do you
Hold on
know
a second.
how
Let me
high the
speak.
self-unaliving
Let me
ideation rate is?
Okay, let me speak. Let me speak for a second. Okay, I'm not done. Okay.
No, I'm
I
gonna
don't
correct a
really
lie.
give a shit.
I'm gonna correct a
The
lie.
problem that I have
The
here,
hate crime, the rate of hate
the
crimes in the 1990s against gay and trans people was so fucking high. You say we didn't
okay.
have any problems? They were worse.
Okay. The problem that people are having is if someone does not accept themselves for who they are, why are they trying to force for people to like them for what they're not? See, that's the problem. Okay. I have no problem with the gay community. I have no problems with the trans community. I have no problems with the cross
Miami,
dressers
I
or the
really don't
drag
give a
queens.
shit if you think I'm a woman or not. What would it cost you to say that I am one?
I have never said that you're a woman or not. You're
Yeah, I
obviously a
know.
male
I
in
know.
drag. You're obviously a male in drag. Okay,
No.
and that's
Okay, so
fine.
now you
That's
have
fine.
said that I'm not a woman. Miami.
You're not a
I
woman,
don't
dude. You're
Miami,
not a
stop
woman.
talking.
You're
I
not a woman.
really
You're not a
don't care.
woman.
I
You're
really
not a
do
woman.
not care if you think
You're
that I'm a
not
woman
a
or not.
woman.
What
You're
I
not
want
a
to
woman.
know, Miami,
You're not a
is
woman.
what would it cost you to say that I am?
Because you're not.
What would it cost you to say that I am?
You're not. I cannot call a
What
dog a
would it
cat.
cost you to say that I am?
Okay, what would it cost you to say that I'm a raccoon?
What would it cost you to say that I'm a woman?
Call me a raccoon. I'm a
I'm
raccoon.
not letting
I
you
am
off the hook
Professor
here.
Raccoon.
What would it cost you? Why is this a hard question to
I
answer?
can't, bro. I can't. I can't see a Lamborghini and call it a Ferrari. I'm sorry. I'm
What would
sorry.
it
I can't do that.
cost you?
You know why? You know why? Because I'm not insane. Come on.
What would it cost you?
Okay. Let me ask you a question. How would it cost you to say,
Why is getting you to answer?
dude, you're a man,
Why
dude.
is
You're a man that's
why is this
cross-dressing.
like pulling teeth, Voice of
No,
Miami? Why do you
don't try to make me look
refuse to
victim.
answer the question?
You're being a victim. You're being a
Why
victim.
do you
That's the
refuse
problem.
to answer this
You're being a
question? Why do
victim.
you refuse to engage in the conversation?
Because you're
Why
not a
do you
woman,
refuse
bro.
to?
Because you're not a
I
woman.
don't. Miami,
Okay,
have I
are you
have I or
happy?
have I not already said that I
Are you
don't
happy as a man?
care
Are
if
you
you think
happy
I'm
as
a
a
woman
man?
or not?
Are you happy as a
Miami,
man? Are you
have
happy
I
as a man? Are
have
you
I
happy as a man? Are you happy as a man?
Miami? I've already told you multiple times that I do not care if you think that I'm a woman or not. The question at hand is, what would it cost you to call me a woman, whether you think I am or not? What would it cost you to call me a woman?
I'm not insane. I'm sorry. I can't call you a woman.
What would it cost you to do it anyways? Why are you bad at questions?
Dude, if you're gay, I will call you a gay male. If you're a woman, I will call you a woman. But I cannot call you a woman. What I see is a guy that looks like a gothic in the gothic scene that's a
You
cross-dresser.
just
And you're a
said,
male.
you literally just said that if you want to be called a woman, I will call you a woman, but I also won't
But
call
you're
you a
not a
woman.
woman, dude.
Are you
But you're
even
not a
listening to
woman.
what you say?
You're not a woman. You're not a woman.
Okay,
You might not be
Miami.
insane.
Dude, I'm not going to call something that's not. I'm not going to look at you and say, oh, you're a car. Are you a car, bro? No, you're not. You're a human being.
Miami.
Homo sapien.
Why are you? Do you understand words? Are words a thing that you are capable of comprehending?
Yes, I understand words, but I'm
Okay,
also not
then
insane. And I'm
comprehend
also not
these words. And then
a
Miami,
deranged
stop talking.
lunatic.
Stop talking. I need you to comprehend these words. I do not care if you think I'm a woman or not. I don't care. Do you understand
Now,
that?
if you want to be,
Do
if you
you
want to be
understand what
called
I
a
just
woman,
said?
does that mean
Do you understand what I just said?
yeah, but I'm not going to call you a
Okay,
woman because
then
you're not a woman.
explain to me. Then explain to me what I just said. Explain it.
That you don't care if I call you a woman or not, but you're not a woman. I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said I don't care if you think I'm a woman. Wow, thank you for the Panther pause.
All right. Fine.
So what
But I'm
does
not going to call you a
what do
woman.
the words that I just said mean? Thank you so much for the sub,
Yeah, that you
Meg.
don't
Thank you.
care. That you don't care that if I think you're a woman or not. But I'm still not going to call you a woman because I know you have a penis and you're still a male. And at the end of the day, you're a cross-dressing male.
Okay.
Where?
I'm sorry. I'm not going to
Where
call you
sub
that.
to the OnlyFans? Where sub to the OnlyFans?
I'm
Hey,
not going to call you a man. I'm a woman.
if you want
Now,
proof,
if
there's a
you're
website for
you're
that. I can't
unhappy,
say the website here, but if you want
if
proof
you
of
are
what I have
unhappy,
between my legs, there's a
okay,
website for that.
okay. If you're unhappy with your gender, all right, and you don't approve of your gender,
Why are you not
why
engaging in the conversation, Miami?
why are you trying to force
Voice of
someone to
Miami.
accept
Let
you
me
for what you're not?
hold on. Voice of Miami. Maybe you'll listen to a man. Because that's probably what you think I look like. What does trans mean?
Dude, is somebody who's actually transitioned into their sexual
No.
conception? Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. That would be
No.
transsexual. What does transgender mean?
Oh, somebody who does not want to approve of what they are and they want other people
No.
to accept it.
No,
No, bro,
you
come on.
already
Come
nope,
on, bro. Don't
already
give me that.
know. Already know.
Don't give me that.
I mean, somebody whose gender identity does not align with their biological sex. Do you know what section of the
Okay,
brain
I'm
is
a Raccoon.
responsible for gender? I'm sorry. Do you know what
Okay, I'm a
what
Raccoon.
I'm sorry. Do you
I'm
know
a
what
Raccoon.
section of I'm sorry. Do you know what section of the brain is responsible for gender identity?
What is it, bro?
The bed nuclei of the strati terminalis, specifically the third interstitial space as a part of the hypothalamus. It's a physical
Let me
structure.
ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that today's generation is so fucked up and that they always
I'm
have
sorry. I'm fucked up or
some
educated?
logical?
Fucked up or educated?
You guys, bro,
Fucked up or
accept it.
educated?
Accept it. Accept it. It's very simple. It's very simple. You're a male. You might be straight or gay, and that's it. If you're a hermaphrodite with,
That's a
prominent
slur. Do
male,
not use that
prominent
word
female.
again.
Yeah, we're not
What,
using
hermaphrodite? What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
It's a medical term. It's a
Okay,
medical
we're
I
term.
just
no,
told
it's
you not to
not.
use it again. Goodbye.
No, the term would be intersex.
Yeah. Thank you for the glasses. Guys, when I tell you not to use a slur, like, I'm willing to let one slip up slide sometimes. But when you immediately turn around and use it again, wow. Because I understand that not everyone knows every single slur out there. So sometimes you have to be educated about what a slur is. Okay. Keep tapping, guys. Let's see if we can hit 250,000. I bet you we can. How you doing, Savannah?
I'm good. Excuse my voice. I just woke up. How is everyone?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 24. I'll be 25 in December.
Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Very much so. Very much so.
Fantastic. Love to hear it.
I try to put myself in everyone's shoes, although I do not fully walk it, of course. But suffering in general is, I couldn't imagine. That's just something that I don't want to know how it feels, but I know it sucks as well. I'm not against, but I just wanted to come on here and say, I know it's aggravating to believe in something, and then you have these people come on here and they're like fully against you. For one, they're so rude. That's what really aggravates me. Instead of listening and trying to understand and educate themselves, they are fully against it, full on. I don't understand. But I think if you can, and others, even myself, because I get angry very quickly, I have an anger issue. But maybe if we somehow can find a way, because we want to try and change people's mind. We don't want them to be angry just because you're trans or anything. And I know that's hard, but is there a way, even I don't know, but I'm just asking, is there a way that maybe we can all come together and try and educate these people? Some people
That's
I know.
what we do. I mean, I'm not in the educating mood today, but 9 out of 10 times, that's what I do here is I educate.
No,
Hey,
and
Savannah,
I know you do. I come on here when
how
I
long have you
can.
been here? How long have you been here, love?
Are you just talking about today?
Yeah, in the live. Yeah.
Um,
Today.
Let me say about 20 minutes.
Were you here long enough to see our friend Penny?
Oh yeah, that one was a That's
Yeah.
just one of those
So
people that it's sad to say, but if I were trans myself, it would put fear and hate in my heart.
yeah. So you can understand how I just legitimately tried to have like an actual conversation. Like we're like full on like bigot. Like there's no other word for it. Or I legitimately tried to have a conversation with him, attempted to have a conversation with him, and he still turned around and was still being an asshat and still making sure to spread hate. And literally saying he did not care about like any suffering of trans people, this, that, and the third. So can you understand how like somebody then following it up, like our friend Radio there, them following that up by doing essentially the same thing where we want to talk about the suffering, but for some reason people want to like shout at us about not being women when that's not even the discussion on the board, how that could piss us off. Unfortunately, there's no way to just turn that off.
Guys, I do want to quickly say that we do have a subway. We have a Savannah. You have an echo. You have to leave the app and come back in. Yeah, leave the app. Don't leave the live. Just go back to your phone's home screen and then come back in, Savannah. That'll fix the echo. In the meantime, guys, we have a subwave going. We need 5 subs in 9 minutes, and I think that they finally fixed sub gifting. So I think we can actually gift the subs and it'll count. I think. I know I've been seeing the sub gifts appear a lot quicker now, so I think they would actually count. I think. I'm not positive.
Did it fix it?
Yes, I do not hear an echo anymore, Savannah.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't. My grandmother just called. She was interrupting. Sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, you know, I don't really know my point or what I want to fully say. I just hate seeing people come on here bashing you guys like you're not even human beings. I don't understand why we have to treat each other the way that we do. And I know I can see that even Adora, I see and I hate it. I can see it on your face how your feelings and emotions are just being attacked. And I know you're trying to stand strong, and you are strong, because I could not be up here doing this because I worked at Hardee's with the public and I had to quit 3 weeks later. That tells you anything. But just keep fighting. Know that you have people that do love you. And I just hope the best, and I hope that we see a turnaround in our country, the world in itself, actually.
Yep. Me too.
But I feel like what you're doing, you are putting up a fight, and that's just what we're going to have to do. And I'll
Thank you
just
so
keep
much.
watching and loving you from afar.
Thank you, Savannah. Appreciate you.
No problem. You have a good one.
Thank you for the good morning. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for the gifts, everyone. You guys are all absolutely amazing. Please also remember to gift my panelists. They are fantastic people and good friends of mine. They put in just as much, if not more, work than I do. And thank you for the hat and mustache. I'm a goth girl with a hat, not a mustache. We need a new mustache, guys. We're breaking out a new mustache.
I find it hilarious that someone would respond to big brainy science words with, "How'd you get so fucked up?" Like, please.
Why is getting the damn paper off the back of this mustache is so hard? Okay, there we go. Thank you for the hat and mustache.
Unreasonably misplaced anger is a sign of low IQ, so I guess I can't be too mad at them.
This definitely completes the look. Like, this definitely matches everything that I'm wearing right now. 3 more subs, guys. 3 more subs, and every sub watching gets a new medium difficulty emoji if they don't already have them all. We got 5 minutes to get 3 subs. I know we can do it, guys. How you doing, Brandon?
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How old are you, please?
I am 34.
34? Fantastic.
Okay.
And
Okay. I honestly, I now to basically start off, I do identify as a male and everything like that, but I just wanted to let you know that we're not all like that. I completely support you and everything like that. Okay. The biggest thing is your question up here. The trans people are suffering in America. I do feel there's a lot of people who are suffering in America, and the best thing we can do right now is come together a little more and have a little better understanding of one another. Because I can't say what it is to walk a mile in your shoes. I will never try and say that. Um, I just feel there's a lot of people suffering, and not just mentally but physically. And the best thing we can all do is actually just start coming together a little bit more and having a better understanding of one another instead of just bashing each other for how they feel and what their beliefs are. Try to have a little better understanding of it. And so
One other
that's basically.
demographic. Can you name one other demographic that is being directly targeted by 593 or more bills?
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying like on who's being targeted or not. I'm just saying there's a lot of suffering and everything, and I just think we should all just be a little bit nicer to each other and try to have a better understanding. I'm not trying to say I'm having it worse than you or you're having it worse than me. I'm just
Okay,
saying
yeah,
that I
I
completely
definitely don't
support
believe in
you.
French
And
Olympics. We can fight multiple battles at the same time. But are you suggesting that trans people should come together with our oppressor? Find common ground with our
no,
oppressor?
I'm
Thank you
just
so much for the sub. 2 more subs,
no, not
guys. 2 more in the next 3 minutes. 1 more in the next 3 minutes.
well, no. I would say not in that sense. I would say that basically we're all living in dark times right now, and instead of basically coming at somebody just because they feel a certain way or they believe a certain thing doesn't mean that they're wrong or right. It just means you have to have a better understanding of it and try to be a
Transphobes
little
are
bit more
typically very
supportive.
wrong. Transphobes are typically very wrong. Their opinions are not opinions, they are false facts.
Right. False. Well, I'm just saying, like, everybody feels a certain way on the inside, and, nobody ever can truly express it the best way. And just because you don't understand something, it's dismissive to call them crazy or different or anything like that. They're human the same, and we need to treat each other the same when it comes down to, being hurtful. There's no reason to be hurtful to anybody in any kind of way. Um, like I said, it just creates darker times if we just keep on bashing at each other and being at war with one another just because of
What
how you
creates darker
feel.
times is when majority groups oppress minority groups. That's what creates dark
Exactly.
times.
Exactly.
So
I'm just
minority groups fighting back against our oppressors, that's not the thing that creates the dark times. 1 more sub,
no,
guys, just
standing
over a
up for
minute.
yourself, I do 100% believe in. I do 100% believe in that. I'm just saying that as long as we all stick together and push our way through this, things can get better. And I just wanted to let you guys know that there's not all of us men are like that. And I know you feel that way because there are people that do come at you in the wrong way, and they shouldn't do that. That's not right. I'm just saying that I try to keep an open mind. I try to have a better understanding, but I will never be able to say that I can walk a mile in your shoes because I haven't.
Okay.
So I just want to let you guys know I completely support you, and we're not all that bad. Okay.
Thank you for the sub.
But I followed
Thank you for
you.
the
I'm
gift
gonna hop
sub.
off here
Appreciate it.
because I'm actually at work. I'll still be listening in. I'm just I won't be able to respond that much because I'm actually at work. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I completely support you. I followed you here too. So
Thank you for the swan, Sam. Appreciate you.
so
Brandon, you have a
you
good
guys,
day.
you too as well.
Thank you for the sub, Lexi. Guys, we can officially confirm that gifting subs does work. It works immediately, and it counts towards the sub wave. It works. Thank you so much to the person who gifted the sub. Thank you to everyone who subbed during the wave. Appreciate you all. Don't forget that if you are a subscriber, you do get access to the Best Friend Squad Discord. That the link should be right down here. You press that little button, and you should be able to you should be able to join my Discord from there. It's a lifetime membership, and you don't have to resubscribe to stay a member. JJ, you asked how to gift a sub. I don't know. I would imagine it's the same way that you subscribe in the first place. You click the little button down here. There's probably something down there that lets you gift subs, but I don't know how it works. Also, everyone, join Andromeda's Discord. It's free, unlike mine. Completely free.
I also have a free Discord.
Yes, join Hot Dog's Discord too. Love your shirt. Thank you so much. I just went crazy at Hot Topic. The emojis take a moment to. They take a moment. Whoa. How you doing, little white priv?
Hi. Good.
Yeah, I don't like you. Goodbye.
What happened?
I didn't read his name or bio before I brought him up, and then I read his name and bio after I brought him up. How you doing, Allison? You with me, Allison? Hello?
Bueller?
Did I misread it? Owning the libs and fake lefties? Yeah, I am definitely not bringing little white priv up. I don't know if it's a joke account or what. I'm not bringing him up. How you doing, Crystal?
Hi. Do you hear me?
Yes,
Hope
I
you guys
can,
can
Crystal.
hear me.
How old are you, please?
Okay, great. I am 42.
Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
It does bother me.
Love to hear it.
I've been watching you for a while. I just want to tell you a few things because I grew up with a lot of family members that were gay, like my auntie, a few of my uncles were. It was in my family a lot. So we were, since we were kids, like we already understood it kind of, like it was a norm for us. The only thing that I found weird about it was with my auntie, like, for an example, I don't know if you've ever experienced or heard this, but she was like a butchy type of a girl, and she would get mad about, and she's full 100% gay, and she would be, I don't understand why the gay guys have to dress up and be a woman type of thing. And I was young at the time, and I'm listening to her, and I'm like, but auntie, you don't dress up like a girl. Like it was just so weird. And that's the first time. And now that I'm thinking about it now, because I don't see that anymore at all anymore. But when I was younger, growing up, and this is in the probably beginning of 90s, it seemed like they were against each other. Like, and I never thought that happens. Like and I don't know if that still happens. Like, is that normal for you guys to be against each other at some point, or?
I mean, there's definitely infighting in the trans community for sure. I mean, like we don't all agree with each other.
Yeah, like, and for me that bothers me. It's like, because I go out to gay clubs. I love gay people. I love all whatever they want to be. I'm all for the change. I have a partner, his daughter, she's a they and them, and we're just getting used to that. Like, to be honest with you, like, that's hard for me to agree with, because like she wants us to accept her, and then I want to be accepted as who I want to be, so it's kind of like it's confusing for us at first, but we're learning it, and we're learning it as we go, right? And I think that's all it is for us people, is just the suffering has to stop, the bashing has to stop, and even with each other, like if you guys are both gay or trans or whatever, everything, we should all work together on it. I don't know how you guys feel about, them educating young children about it. I think that could be
100% support it.
weighted. Do you
At a,
support that? Yeah,
yeah,
I
at
don't
very young
know
ages. Yes.
why. Explain why. Because I never got to ask a question like that. Explain why you would support it, so I could understand it coming from you.
Because there's nothing wrong with a child knowing about genders, knowing that people are sometimes different. There's no
Right.
harm in that at all.
Okay.
And there's plenty of benefit, because a child that knows more is less likely to bully.
You're right about that in a way, because I have a nephew, and my brother doesn't allow him to put on nail polish and all that kind of stuff. He has a twin brother, and he has a sister, so he's only really hung out with his sister more, and me, his auntie. But when he's with me, I don't let him. I don't stop him from letting him be who he wants to be. If he wants to do nails, he can do nails. If he wants to do that, do you know what I mean? But then I feel weird. Like, should I be asking him questions like, "Do you want to talk to me about something?" Like, because he's only 8 years old.
What I would
Like,
do is I would just
when did?
continue letting him dress the way he wants, wear the makeup. I wouldn't necessarily point blank ask him if he might be transgender or anything like that. What I would do is just make it
Yeah.
clear that you are an ally to the trans community. Make it just make it very well known that you support the entire LGBT community.
Support.
You can do that by talking about how, like, you can mention, oh shit, that this terrible law passed in this state. How terrible, this terrible anti-transgender law, and just do
Yes.
those kind of subtle things to show support.
Yeah.
Make it
Because
known
like
that
he'll
you are.
ask me, he'll say like, "I want to be like James Charles." I don't know who that is. Like, but I guess from TikTok, and he's 8. So when I went to that, I'm like, okay, so what I'm trying to figure out, like, is he or is he not? Like,
I would introduce him to a different makeup expert. Just introduce him to a different makeup expert.
yeah, like, because I want to find out, like, did you guys know at that young age? Because now my auntie they're
I
all
know.
older now, and
Yeah.
you knew at a very young age then.
Yes.
Okay, so that's normal then for them to know at a young
Gender
age.
identity develops between the ages of 3 and 7.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, he must. And he's very active in other sports like hockey, because his dad got him into hockey. But I just worry about him. I don't want him to feel like he can't show himself. And he wants to be with me a lot. So I don't know if that's his scapegoat, like, okay, I get to go to Auntie's meeting. Auntie does nails, like, I could wear her makeup. She lets me, do you know what I mean? Like, where my brother says if we let him do that kind of stuff or let him wear the clothing is wrong, because we're telling him it's okay. And I'm trying to like understand my brother, but I don't know, like, to me it doesn't seem right that way. Is he right? Is he wrong? Like, what is it? Like, I don't know.
So my only suggestions for you would be to keep doing what you're doing, but do some research into the people that you're that is it your nephew or your son or
It's my nephew,
niece?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just do some more research into the people that he's watching. Yeah, I absolutely learning makeup from people online is a really amazing tool. You should just know who he's learning from. That's all I have.
Right. Yeah, totally, yeah. Yeah, this is good. I watch you all the time. It's great you're doing this. even for the people that disagree with you, you need those kind of people, because I was a person that's like in between at times, unsure at times, and I've been bisexual, like I wasn't sure myself about my own self at times, like, because I like girls. I would rather look at a girl than a boy, like a guy, hands down. Like, I think girls' bodies. So I questioned myself many times with my best friend. So, like, I'm glad you're doing this, because people change their minds. Like, even for the people that don't like you, they will change their minds on how they look at you. It just takes time, and we need people like you to do that. And if there's not much people like you to do that, it's not going to help America. It's not going to help Canada, where I'm from. And I'm thankful that you're doing this for our generation, the younger generation. You know, even for the older, we need more of you doing this.
I
And I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
you.
I appreciate you so much, Crystal. What I'm going to recommend is that you check out the trevorproject.org. It has some fantastic resources for how to be a good ally, how to support anyone in your life that may be any letter under the alphabet mafia. But I am going to move on now to the next guest to bring
Yep.
up some opposition.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Crystal. You have a good day.
Bye. You too.
Bye. Guys, keep tapping. Let's see if we can hit 300,000 likes. I've only ever hit 300,000 likes like maybe 3, maybe 4 times. So let's do it again, guys. Let's make it either 4 or 5 times. Keep tapping. Tap and share. Tap and share. I said I was going to bring up
1 million
some
likes.
specific. Yeah, wouldn't that be a thing? Tomorrow we might have an opportunity for 1 million likes tomorrow. We're doing a 5-hour live tomorrow. Why is the cross upside down? I'm a Satanist. How you doing, Alea?
Aaliyah.
Fantastic. And how old are you, please?
I'm 19.
And what year were you born?
2004.
All right. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Well, like in general, anyone suffering bothers me, you know?
Cool. What specifically transgender suffering, does that bother you?
Well, yes and no, because I feel like they have I feel like they have rights, but
Which part of our suffering does not bother you?
like I don't know, some of it does and some of it doesn't. Like, I don't think transgender people should be able to, like, say that a man transitioned into a woman. I don't think they should be able to use the women bathrooms.
Are trans women women?
No.
Okay, and what would it cost you to validate trans identities?
A lot of effort.
A lot of effort. So you identify as a woman?
Yes.
Hey, Abby, she identifies as a woman. How much effort did that cost me? How much effort did that cost me?
Pretty easy to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't actually believe you're a woman. I think you're a dude, but I called you a woman out of respect for you.
Well, obviously.
Cost me no effort. No effort at all.
But, like, if I see, like, if I look at you, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, like, you're a guy. But, like,
Yeah, I don't care. I genuinely do not care if you think that I'm a woman. What would it cost you to say that I am a woman?
well, you trying and putting effort into looking like a woman.
Yeah, that's not the question that I asked. What would it cost you to say that I am a woman?
Nothing. Because you're not.
Right. No, it would cost you nothing because it takes no fucking effort to say that I'm a woman. It takes none. Right? And it doesn't hurt you. Calling me a woman doesn't hurt you in any way. Costs you no extra energy.
Right.
Right? Okay, so then why would you not call? Because me being called a woman, it does help me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel seen. It makes me feel safe. So why would you not call me a woman when it benefits me and costs you nothing? Why would you not do that?
Okay, like, not you necessarily, but if I see someone on the street and they go by she, her, but they look like a guy, I'm obviously going to assume, oh yeah, like, I'll call that a he.
Okay, I don't care what you assume someone to be. If I don't care. I don't care if you believe I'm a woman. I don't care if you assume someone's gender incorrectly. I don't care. What I care is that you validate trans people.
Okay.
Do you understand that? Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
So do you validate trans identities? Whether you believe us or not, do you validate trans identities?
Yes.
Fantastic. And what about the rights that we're losing? What about the fact that we can't that we're losing gender affirming care? We are losing access to public spaces. We're losing rights to keep our kids. What about all that? Does that bother you?
Well, I'm actually not educated on like losing rights to your kids. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, they're trying to make it so that that children can be taken from their parents if they're deemed to be at risk of receiving gender affirming care. They're making it so we can't access public spaces such as restrooms. They're making it so that we can't access the healthcare that we need.
Right, and what healthcare is that?
Gender affirming care.
Well, do you think that like people 18 and over should get it, or just like any ages?
Yeah, transgender kids exist, and transgender kids need this need access to gender affirming care now, not when they're adults. Now.
But what if they get it now and later on in life they regret it because they changed their decisions or they don't feel like they're...
Statistically speaking, that's extremely unlikely.
Well, it's not, because it's happened in many cases.
Give me your source.
Well, I'm not too sure, but I've seen people on the internet it happen to.
You've seen people on the internet. That's not a source.
Okay.
Gender affirming care works. When we're specifically talking about kids, there's a highly detailed process they must follow. They don't just get puberty blockers and hormones. They have to talk to therapists. They have to talk to endocrinologists. It's a long, grueling process, and it is designed specifically to make sure that only the right people get access to medication. It's extremely difficult to go through, and it's a long process.
Okay.
And it's one that has tremendous benefits. It drops unaliving ideation significantly.
Right.
Right? Are you happy to hear that gender affirming care saves lives?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess you're happy that it saves lives?
Yeah, well, in some cases later on in life, the kids realize that they don't want to be a tranny.
Goodbye.
That's a slur.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
She was either reading comments or there was another person there with her because I heard her talking or like muttering under her breath.
I didn't hear any of that. I heard none of that. Interesting.
Yeah, she was talking. I don't know what she was talking about. She was either talking to someone in the background or reading the comments out loud, but she was like muttering under her breath.
Okay, guys, keep tapping that screen. We're so close to 300,000. I know we can do it. Share the live, please. Let's see if we can get another 100 shares. We're going to be live for another 56 minutes. For the last half an hour of the live, we will go sub only, no matter how many viewers we have. I don't really know what my criteria is for the next 24 minutes or 26 minutes. Well, we're probably going to be sub only the rest of the live, honestly. But yeah, tap and share, guys. Tap and share. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate it. Healing is going pretty well. I mean, obviously the process is not just a week and a half long. It's 6 months to a year to heal from top surgery. So I got a ways to go for healing, but things are going well. They're starting to soften up a little bit. Pain level is very manageable. It's more of a mild irritation than anything else. Swelling is going down a little bit. Cost $7,000 for the surgery, $1,500 for the hospital. How you doing, Dara?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'll be 41 September the 30th.
41 September the 30th. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Absolutely.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, I am from the Bible Belt. I was raised and brought up Southern Baptist with a Southern Baptist diehard, beating the Bible father and a mother who was just mean and evil. And as I grew up and started meeting people and getting out in the world, and I was also raised Amish. After that, my parents took a drastic turn toward that lifestyle. So I've had a lot of, would you say, cult-ish background, in my opinion. Other people might disagree that those type of religions are not, but I do. I personally want to just recognize that I am enjoying watching and hearing about your journey and your transition, Adora. I think that you're doing amazing, and the others here on the panel, I think that you guys are standing up so strong and teaching and educating, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really do. One thing I want to also address is I see in the comments about children, and I am a stepmom. I don't have children of my own. I was never able to have children. But for people that are saying that it's indoctrinating, that people that are saying leave the children alone, I really just hate seeing that, because the trans community is absolutely doing no harm but educating. Period. End of story. And I think education is power. I think knowledge is power. I think people need to do more work on research. I think that young lady that was here on the panel prior to me, the level of ignorance was disgusting and sad, because she just wanted to continuously say, well, I don't know, but. And in my opinion, if you're going to talk and then say, but, what you say before that has absolutely no value.
Yep, exactly. 100%. Dara, I appreciate you, but I am going to bring up the next guest. But thank you so much for coming out.
And thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Bye. Let's see. The Micah Smith Show, comedy and singing. Love your eye makeup. Thank you so much, KJ.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right, Micah. How old are you, please?
I am 29.
29. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Suffering from what?
Generally speaking.
I wanted to start off by saying, good morning, sir. Just want to see how everything was going on.
Read between the lines.
What?
Hey, Micah. Micah,
Yes?
can you just explain to me why?
Why what?
You know why.
What did I
You know
do?
what I'm asking. You came up here and you came up here and you purposely misgendered Adora. And I
What are
just
you
and
talking about?
Micah, I just want to actually have a conversation. Can we just actually have a conversation instead of this weird you gaslight me and we
What did I
pretend?
do? What did
You
I
came up
do?
here and purposely misgendered the host. So I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know why.
Calm down, ma'am.
I'm not even. Do I look like I'm not like I'm freaking out right now? I think you have more energy
Ma'am.
than I do.
Relax.
So can we just have a
I just said good
conversation?
morning, sir. What did I do wrong?
Adora is not a sir.
What are you talking about?
Adora is not a sir. Adora is a ma'am.
I did say sir.
Adora is not a sir.
You said Dora is a sir.
No, I did
You
not.
did.
So can we breathe and take a moment?
I can't handle this. I can't handle this.
I'm sorry that you can't handle this.
Wow.
You can't handle Andy being really calm with him. Oh no.
Yeah, I was. That was such an attempt because, obviously, all of that was bullshit. And he thought
Yeah.
he could do something with that, which is why he was like, "Oh, can you calm down?" Even though it was like this.
You need to calm down. You're being too loud. I swear I'll
Like,
never sing
Trying to
again.
be
Andy, are
funny.
you
Yeah,
sure you're not
exactly.
like?
Thank you,
He was
Peach.
trying to be nice. What?
Are you sure you're
Yeah.
not like upset, Andy? Though, like I think the guests would know, for
The
real
guest
though.
would know. Yeah. The guest would know more than me. I think I
They
just
always
thought I
do.
would put a skateboard on my pillow.
All right.
What? Oh.
Ramen. Gamer, be sure to follow for more. Well, I'm a gamer too, but my experience is that the gaming culture is pretty toxic.
Hello.
How you doing, Ramen?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I'm 24.
24. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Suffering in terms of,
Generally speaking.
well, yeah, there's a lot of areas where trans people are lacking, so yeah, definitely. I just think one thing though, the children thing, like 2 people ago that were speaking about it, and they were saying, oh, you were saying that people shouldn't be 18 and transition or something like that? I think
Yeah,
18
transgender kids exist. Transgender kids suffer at a higher rate than even transgender adults, and transgender kids need help now, not when they're adults. They need it now.
Oh yeah, help and stuff is fine, but like transitioning at a young age, I don't think that's
Yeah,
okay.
transitioning is help, and it's not. It's transitioning is not right for every trans child. But gender affirming care is not. Gender affirming care does not automatically mean transition.
Yeah, no, I wasn't specifically saying that. I was just saying like transitioning. So I just think like 18 is a good age because like your thoughts and like your brain
Okay, what
develops.
specifically is should it be waiting for 18?
I feel like that's like an adult age and like
No,
you're
what
thinking
aspect of gender affirming care should be put off till 18?
like doing like top surgery or bottom surgery or whatever. Stuff like that.
Top surgery is appropriate at the age of 16, and generally speaking, bottom surgery is appropriate at the age of 17. But most people will wait until they are adults for bottom surgery.
Okay, cool. I thought it was available for everyone, so never
It's
mind.
not. The surgeries are not available to everyone.
I guess
Reggie's out of comment jail. Hi, Reggie.
everything's all good, I guess, then.
All right, fantastic. Anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's all.
You have a good one.
Thanks.
Oakley dokley.
So I just found out what that last guest's comedy looks like, and I'm not impressed. That's all I can say. I did not funny haha or laugh or even like blow air out of my nose in a forceful manner.
You didn't blow her air out of your nose in a forceful manner? Damn, that must have been a really bad comedy.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Curbster?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please? Oh, never mind.
I'm 56.
Okay. Does transgender suffering bother you?
Yes, it does.
Love to hear it.
And excuse me if I start crying because I came out in 1990 and I went to Washington and I walked and I fought and everything for all these rights. And what the government is doing today is completely fucked up. I mean, when I first came out, I really didn't understand transgender. And my friends taught me all this stuff. And I learned it. I support it. I have grandchildren that are I raised my kids and my grandkids to support everybody. They had transgender friends that come to the house, and we sit around and we talk. I call them by what they are. They are a female. If it's a male going to female, I call them female. If it's female going to male, I call them male. And it just disgusts me what the government is doing to our community. It just really upsets me. Really bad.
Me too. Yeah.
And all these people coming in there saying, you got to do this, do that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Yes, you can. You can do it all. If you want to go into a woman's bathroom, go to the bathroom, do it. Because if I go into a store and I can't get in the men's bathroom, I'm going in the woman's bathroom. I don't care. I got to go. You know?
You gotta go. You're just there to do your business.
Right. So I support you all 1,000,000%.
Thank you so much, Curbster.
All right, no problem. I love y'all.
Love you too. Love you too, Curbster.
All right.
You're amazing. Keep kicking ass. Thank you so much for coming
Oh,
up.
I am. Oh, I have too in the past. I have. I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. And we have fun in the streets because our transgender friends were getting beat up, and I would jump in and literally whoop ass. No, it's not happening. So, but you
Love
all
you,
have a
Curbster.
good day and enjoy the rest of your day, and I love all of you.
You too. Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was
I think
nice. That was really nice.
I think I just realized what about these topics have been so exhausting to me lately. And that is like, for those who understand the whole inner child thing, it's like the hurt part of you that hasn't really had the chance to fully develop or anything like that. I think what my inner child has needed lately is for somebody to be able to like for somebody to be able to just look at me and just tell me everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine, and like all you like just take the burden off a little bit. But I think the reason why these topics are so exhausting is because they can't. We don't have an older person to look to save us, to protect us, to make sure that these things don't happen. It literally is in our hands, and that freaks me the fuck out. Because if all of our voices, the four of us who are here right now, disappeared from this app, if we just weren't on this app to begin with, that would just be four less voices and four less people that are actually like propelling us the direction that we need. And our movement would be hurt for it. Who we are would be hurt for it, and that's really fucking frightening. We make up less than a percentage point of the population, and so every single voice matters, and that's really, really terrifying. I'm 25. I still don't know what the fuck to do in my day-to-day life. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't have some 401k to look forward to and everything's done and over with. But somehow I'm supposed to be a part of a political movement that guarantees the rights and freedoms and safeties of all trans people and people related to them, their parents, their kids. That's fucking terrifying as shit. And that explains why I'm so exhausted lately.
It's a huge fucking burden. Hello, Coda. How you doing?
I'm morning, just waking up. I just came to tell Andy that she is hot, homo, and healing, and she's gonna win at this life.
We are all Andromeda stands here.
My heart is not an Andromeda stan, and Dizzy is also not an Andromeda stan. They wanted to make sure that you all, no, yeah, they want to make sure that in front of 1.6 thousand people that I am still humbled.
Okay, Andy's really nice though, I've heard, so.
Hey, I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. I
Thanks
did
so
have
much.
a question. I did
I
have a
do need to know
question
your
though.
age first.
Oh yeah, 18. Or not 18,
Fantastic.
21. Jeez, what am I doing? I feel like like in my mind, I'm young. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, it doesn't matter.
You are young.
Uh,
Well, I'm young. I'm 36. I'm
21
young.
still young.
but like,
I'm twice your age. I'm young.
I know, but I feel like I'm a
Listen,
teenager. You know what
I've
I
turned a
mean?
new leaf
Like
on being.
mentally.
I've turned a new leaf on being rude to people who enter our lives, but at this point, I'm gonna have to reopen like old Andromeda and like start a real fight with you if you call 21 not young.
No, for real. I'm so sorry.
No, Andy,
No, but
we're old, I promise.
I do have a question though.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been asked this before, but like, what is the trans community like? What do you guys think? Your thoughts on like bottom surgery and top surgery younger than 16? Is that something you guys would allow, or is it
I
more?
generally advocate for top surgery at 16 and bottom surgery at 17.
Okay, okay. And is that like the general community, or like how? Like
It
that's
seems
my
to be.
question basically.
I
Yeah,
spoke specifically with my surgeon about this because I wanted
yeah.
to know what her professional opinion was, and that's what she said. She said 16 for
Okay.
top, 17 for bottom.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you. Like that's
Yep.
the only question because
Thank you for the
I've
time.
had I've had people ask me and like I couldn't really find an answer online and I was just like I don't think they would be okay with like 6-year-olds. Like I would understand hormone therapy because that stuff is like temporary and stuff. But like that kind of stuff and I was like, "Oh, okay, well." But anyway, that makes sense. So thanks for all that information. I appreciate
No
it.
problem.
And keep up
What do
what
you
you
think?
guys are doing. I love all the stuff, and
But
I
what
like
if I
how you
just
guys
take this back
educate,
out, and when you got to
and
the
it's really
after,
important
like
because, like, I
Is
can't
that
believe, like,
Andromeda? I think I got Andromeda.
I can't
Okay.
believe a lot of people don't like, don't understand this kind of stuff, and I didn't. I was raised, that, like, Christian and like, like not understanding, other perspectives, and they taught like to not like differences and change, and it was super hard. Like, and as I was growing up, I went to college, so I was able to actually like get educated. And when I got educated, I was like, wait, this is like not making sense. And it took me a whole different path. And now, like everybody in my family is like pissed, like that of support and all that. And I'm like, bro, like if you just get educated, like that's all you need to do is just educate, and everything changes. Your whole perspective, like it's not bad, it's not nothing. You just need to get educated on the topic and you understand it, so you can't really hate something you understand. So
Yeah,
thanks for
exactly.
doing
Yeah.
what you guys are doing.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you so
one.
much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you too.
You have a good day. Okay, so we have 35 minutes left, guys, so I really want to focus on getting some opposition up here. So, friendlies, you are loved very much so, but please, at this point, don't request. With this background, I normally make an exception to that rule, but because we're so close to the end, I really want to get some opposition up.
Sorry for talking unmuted. Dizzy had to humble me, so I had to talk about cramps.
I'm having really bad cramps.
And I just had to share that with the class.
She didn't realize she was muted.
No, I did it maliciously. Don't let Dizzy tell you that.
Hope you feel better, Dizzy.
Once I start having like a real background and not a green screen background, it's gonna be like modular. Like I'll have my I'll have my topic, I'll have like a background poster, and then I'll have like a bunch of like mini signs that I can like pull in as needed, like my Cash App to Kick sign, my op only sign. It's gonna be a modular background, guys. It's gonna be like super high production value.
What if you did like 5 like whiteboards that are like, and it's like Voltron, and they can all come together and form like a super whiteboard.
It's kind of what it's going to be, kind of.
Perfect.
And yeah, we are going to be sub only for the remainder of the live, guys. If we can get some opposition. Hello, Jay. How you doing?
It's good.
How old are you, please?
21.
21. Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you? Thank you for the hat and mustache.
Yeah, let's check that birth certificate.
That wasn't the question.
Nah.
The question was, does transgender suffering bother you?
Yes.
Okay. So where else is there to go here? Like, if it bothers you that trans people are suffering, surely your intentions are to make sure that we don't suffer, right? All right, he's gone.
He just wanted to be an ass.
Yep. Thank you for the hat and mustache, everyone. Really completes the look.
He got you. What about this piece of paper that someone else wrote for you? Have you considered that, like, I don't know.
Also, my birth certificate says female, so.
Yep.
People don't realize you can get that changed.
Your soul is finally cleansed, Adora. He brought up the birth certificate. That was it. That was the whole argument. I cannot believe that he brought up the birth certificate. That was truly the weakness that I didn't expect. I'm now going to detransition.
Whoa.
How you doing, Random Edits?
Pretty sure that's a child.
Please.
Yeah, that's a child.
Jay Bunny and Nate and I had a whole discussion about birth certificates last night. Actually, I guess it was like 3:30 in the morning.
I
But
tried with Jay Bunny there last night, but I was too tired.
she was struggling to comprehend why trans people would change their sex on their birth certificate because they're not actually changing their sex. I'm like, because there's no gender option. It's not like birth certificates have gender.
You should talk to Jay Bunny sometime.
Hello.
How you doing, Carly?
Hi, I just had a question.
I need to know your age
wondering,
first.
When did you know that you were?
I just need to know your age before we continue.
Oh, I'm 18. So,
Fantastic. What year were you born?
2003.
2003?
No.
Wonder what they were going to ask.
At what age did you find out? I think that's what they said. But
Hey,
How you doing, Coffee?
how you doing?
Doing all right? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 32.
32.
1991.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And does transgender suffering bother you?
No, it's not. But I don't know. It's not bothering me. We all see the world in a different dimension, so I don't really judge what people are into or what really make people happy. But my question is, what makes you think trans people are suffering in America? Because I don't see anything. I don't see people.
Yeah, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Oh, it's happening, but to you personally, you being a trans, can you list the things that you, like, what are you suffering from? Like, if
I'm
you
suffering
understand
from
what I'm
this
trying to say.
conversation.
Okay, so there's a stigma around being trans. We are mocked relentlessly
I'm
for.
not saying the whole trans people. I'm talking about you in particular, like you personally. What makes you think you're suffering in America?
Your question was being
The
answered.
top. Yeah, the topic is trans people are suffering in America. So everyone, not just me, my entire community is what I'm talking about.
All right.
There's a stigma around being transgender. We are mocked relentlessly for our identities. We are invalidated constantly. And mocking is like the least of what we have to worry about, because we face actual, honest-to-God violence just because of who we are. We are losing rights. We're losing access to gender-affirming care. We're losing access to public spaces. We are at risk of losing our children. We do not have employment protections. The list goes on. We have to fight just for basic human rights.
Okay. Okay.
Does
So
that bother you?
it don't. Like me
It
personally,
doesn't bother
I can't
you.
speak for everybody, but me personally, it
Why
don't.
does it not bother you, Coffee? Why does it not bother you that there are innocent people in the United States who suffer?
Because I feel like everybody's suffering in this world, and I feel like people
Oh,
have the
because
right to
everybody is suffering. It's okay that trans people are suffering.
No, it's not. It's not okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I respect people, right? What they want to do with themselves. We all have will. We all have we all have a choice, and I don't feel offended about who somebody is. I mean, that's not as
Not
long as
all lives matter. The situation. Let's not all lives matter. The situation. We're talking about a subject. It's affecting people. Let's not all lives matter it because it's important to talk about. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coffee, does it bother you that trans people are unaliving themselves because they aren't being accepted by our community, and that they are being oppressed by the society that we live in? Does that bother you?
Oh, it don't. It don't. I don't see anything wrong.
What?
It,
Do you have no sympathy whatsoever? Like, do you care about anybody other than yourself?
no, I don't care. I care about everybody, but I respect
No, you
people's right
don't.
too.
You just said that you don't care that trans people are unaliving themselves.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Sorry, my bad. Let me turn the AC off. I didn't catch what you just said. I'm sorry. No. I mean, I side with everybody. You know, as long as it's right, it's right. You know, and we all humans. We all have human rights, and and setting rights. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in whatever people believe in, as long as it don't as long as my problem is as long as you don't impose it on somebody. I don't know if you understand what I'm
How are
saying.
we imposing? Thank you so much for the sub.
Yeah, let me
4
come
months
up
sub here,
with
guys. Thank you so much.
like the school stuff, like teaching kids, how to all this kind of stuff about, I think it is, for me, that's where my issue lies. You know what I mean?
Aren't you military? Did you not fight for a free marketplace of ideas?
Yeah, I fight for everybody. You know what I mean? Fight for everybody. So I respect everybody's right. I'm not saying it.
So you fought against censorship?
Huh?
So you fought against censorship?
Oh, we fight for the right thing. Don't misquote me. We fight for the right things, and I believe everybody's human. So, like I said, I side with everybody. I agree with everybody as long as it's right.
I don't know what that means. So should we remove civil rights and women's rights from our educational system?
Oh no.
Why?
Like I said, as long as everything is right, I believe in right.
What is your definition of right? And how do we know we can trust your morality and your sense of direction over an entire group of people's lives who are being impacted?
See, that's the part where I can't explain to. I can't really explain myself, but like I said, I support what people are into. I mean, I have people that I have friends that are trans. I agree with them all the time. They have their own, opinions. We hang out, we chill, we drink. We go out.
Please don't tokenize your trans friends.
Oh no, I'm not. No, they know me, so it's like I'm close to them. They close to me, so.
You are. That's called tokenizing.
Yeah, and just because you have like trans friends doesn't mean that you're not being transphobic.
No,
like
no,
the
I'm
idea
not.
of not
No,
wanting
I
children
can't
to.
No.
Yeah, you can be, and the idea of not
No,
wanting children to.
I'm saying I cannot be because of my relation with everybody, and they
No,
know
you
my
can
sense of
you can
humor.
be though, and you are being transphobic right now because you
Really,
don't
I
want
am.
children. Can I finish?
I
Because
am
you
right
don't.
now.
Because you don't want children to be educated on these topics. You don't want children to be informed. And the only reason for that is transphobia.
Oh, Can you enlighten me more about it? Maybe I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you're saying that we shouldn't teach these things in school because you don't think that it's right, but we would be teaching these things from a
I never
factual
said.
perspective.
I never
We would be.
said.
Hold on.
It's not right. I mean, I'm saying, is it right? Like, I'm putting a question across, so I need more explanation from you, from the community. You know what I mean? I ask my friends the same thing, and then they tell me different things. So I'm just like, I'm
Information.
learning.
If you wanted information, you'd stop talking and start listening.
Okay.
Yeah, when we talk about putting these things in school, we're talking about speaking on them from an educational perspective, from a factual perspective. We would be teaching the history, the biology. We would be teaching about different family structures, and these things would be incorporated into our existing curriculums. And I don't really see where morality would come into that, because we would just be teaching factual information.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Sure.
Wait, are you all guys trans?
Yeah, everyone here is trans except for you.
Oh, except me. Okay. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry for that.
Oh, I mean, it's just like, it's good. I'm learning every day. I learn every day. So
that's good. Learning is a good thing.
I ask my friends a lot of questions, and they ask me a lot of questions. And I'm not the kind of person that like debate with them. I learn from them, and they learn from me, and that's how I leave.
Cowgirl goth. I saw that comment.
So, I asked my friends to the same question, like, at what point, like the girl that came, the little girl that came in, like at what point you felt like, I don't feel right, I need to transition, like, because everybody got their stories, like, oh, okay, you know what, I feel like I don't like meat. I'm trying to be a vegetarian for this reason. So what was your reason?
What was my reason for what?
For becoming a trans.
What was your reason for becoming a cis?
What's that? I don't understand. I don't even know.
Cis is the opposite of trans.
Huh?
Cis is the opposite of trans.
If you actually had trans friends, you would know that people don't become trans.
No, they like I said, everybody got different explanations and reasons of becoming transition. You know what I mean?
If you
And
actually had trans friends, if you
here.
actually had trans friends, you would know that nobody becomes trans. Thank you.
So I'm just trying to land. Your reasons why you became.
Why did I become trans? Why did you become cis?
Why you transition?
Why did you become cis?
I don't even know what that word is.
Cis is the opposite of trans.
So straight? Why am I straight?
No. Why are you cis? I would have said straight if I meant straight. I meant cis, so that's what I asked. Cis is the opposite of
Know
trans.
that word. Can somebody explain that word for me?
It's the opposite of trans.
So what's the opposite of trans? I don't know. Tell me.
Hey, Coffee, before we go there, do you know what trans means?
I don't.
So,
Are you being genuine?
You have trans friends if you don't know what trans is. You're a liar. Good job.
No, I might probably say something wrong, which is, I don't want to say anything. I just want you guys to, like educate me on that. So what's trans?
So cis means you do not have an incongruence between your gender identity and your sex. Trans means you do have an incongruence between your gender identity and your sex. So when did you become cis? Was the question that was posed to you. When did you choose to not have a disparity between your gender identity and your sex assigned at birth?
Me, I grew up, I was born as a male. I have a D in between my legs. That's all I know.
Right.
Oh
You know,
God.
To choose to
I,
be a boy or a man.
I mean, that's a tough question. It's not a tough question, but what I see is what made me know that I'm a boy, I'm a man. So
And
I don't.
while I am overjoyed for you, Coffee, that you've never had to experience an incongruence in your own body, between your body and your brain, there are people who do
Okay.
experience those incongruences, and it's not a choice. It is something that happens just as naturally as when you did not question yourself. It's just that sometimes people are misaligned. People do question that. So your
Okay.
experience is just as valid.
All right.
It's just different than ours. And we would like to not be attacked or legislated on that basis.
I just smacked my poor kitty in the face with a cowboy hat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, thanks for the education, man. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I have loved ones, so just keep preaching the good news and just be proud. Yeah, I always keep telling people everybody should be proud of themselves, and just ignore the bullshit from from the bleachers. I mean, it was nice being on here. Thank you.
All right, you have a good one, Coffee. Keep learning.
All right.
I believe in you, Coffee. You can do it.
Appreciate it.
Yep. I mean that. Bye.
Have a good day.
That wasn't sarcasm. I believe that he can learn. He's got some learning to do, but I believe that he can. We got 18 minutes left, guys. So please, if you're friendly, don't request. Everyone else, keep tapping and sharing the live. If you are enjoying these conversations, please give me a follow right up here. I go live twice a day, almost every day. A reminder that 5% of all gifts are now going to be donated to a charity such as the Human Rights Campaign or the Trevor Project, etc. And I will be posting receipts to the Best Friend Squad Discord as proof. So yeah, 5% of every single gift is donated. And this Friday, my friend Mel and we are doing a live duo. It'll be me and Mel versus opposition. It'll be Friday night. We don't know exactly what time it's going to start yet, but Friday nights. That is, so mark it on your calendars, guys. Be there or be square. When is the last time anyone said be there or be square? Am I dating myself? Thank you so much for the hand hearts. Yeah, we're going to move on to the next guest. We haven't decided what topic we're going to run. We haven't decided what time we're going to start because we are just great communicators. Thank you for the finger heart. Wow, thank you so much. And don't forget, if you do subscribe, you get access to the Best Friend Squad Discord. Thank you so much for the Forever Rosa. The Best Friend Squad Discord is an amazing safe space for both trans people and allies. So please, if you are a subscriber, click this little button right down here and you get access to the Best Friend Squad Discord. Hi, Two Spirit.
Hello?
Hey there, Jay. How you doing?
Hold on, I can't hear you. How you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. How old are you, please?
18.
What year were you born?
2005, January 3rd.
Okay, fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
No.
Transgender suffering does not bother you?
No.
Why?
Why do you have an upside down cross on your face?
Why does transgender suffering not bother you?
Because people like you that mock religion deserve to suffer.
Oh, so my friends here deserve to suffer because I'm a Satanist.
Yes.
Yeah, explain that logic to me.
It's simple. Like,
I think Harry Potter is my god.
What? That's why I think you have
Don't make fun of him.
you mock our religion, so we shouldn't respect you because
I'm not mocking your religion, but my
You're-
religion, your religion has nothing to do with my gender.
Yeah, you're right. Religion is significantly more important than gender.
Why are you okay with trans suffering?
Because they deserve to suffer. They're not normal.
So people who are not normal deserve to suffer.
Yeah, they deserve to die.
Deserve the Yada Kedavra. I kind of didn't say anything better than he did. Oops. I'm sorry.
How you doing, Carrie?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. How old are you, please?
I am 35, almost 36.
Fantastic. And does transgender suffering bother you?
Yes, and no, I don't really know how to explain it. Like
What part of transgender suffering does not bother you?
the part that, like, I guess I don't know, like, if it's harmful for kids to start, like, doing the transition, like,
Okay. So transgender kids exist. Transgender kids exist, and transgender kids are suffering. Therefore, transgender kids need access to the healthcare that makes them not suffer. Wow, thank you so much. That healthcare is gender affirming care.
okay, like, I mean, like, medications to, like, I don't know, for
Yep,
hormones and
medications.
things like that. Like, I guess I think that
Puberty
maybe,
blockers, hormones. Yep, these are things that literally save trans kids' lives.
but it can't be starting
You're breaking
young.
up, Carrie.
I'm not
You're
against
breaking.
that thing,
Okay.
like those, but it happening. Is that any better? Am I any better?
A bit.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
But I guess I just wonder if, like, starting that, sorry, I'm in my garage and it's, like, kind of echoey. I guess I just
You've lost connection again,
too
Carrie.
soon, that it could be harmful, like, later.
It's not. Gender affirming care is one of the most successful.
Any better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But no, gender affirming care works. It works very well. Gender affirming care drops unaliving ideation rate by about 70%.
Well,
Yeah, your connection's bad. I'm sorry, Carrie. I
I
have to move
hadn't
on to the
seen
next
all
guest.
those numbers. I haven't really, like,
It's nothing personal, Carrie. I had to drop you because your connection was too bad.
Good morning, everybody.
How's it going today?
Not too bad. What every student does in the kids, they do deserve it. I took my 12-year-old grandson to get a physical, and on the paperwork, it states transitioning, on puberty blockers, homosexual. It asks so many questions about a student's sex change. Are they taking puberty blockers? I was shocked, but not shocked.
That's amazing. I love that.
I live in Las Vegas, and thank God, it does show there is help out there for students, because out in the waiting room, there was a little girl. I say little girl because she was transitioning. You could still say, she had a long way to go, but the way I figured, she had to be 10 to 12 years old. Had already made that decision. Without the decision, I believe this child would be in detrimental. They would need help. I believe that student would need help. It said from that, It had 10 questions in regarding a student that was trans or a student that was transitioning. And this is on a regular physical, which was, I don't know, 10 pages long, but a whole page was to do with trans students. So they are out there. They do know, whether the parents believe it or not, whether they get offended or not. This paperwork came from the school, came from his middle school, to go to the doctor's office. I want to know what you guys think about that.
It came from the school to go to the doctor's office. I'm not sure what you mean there.
What I mean is he went to a physical to play sports, and the one of the sheets does say, in transition, taking puberty blockers, taking estrogen, taking testosterone, and this is at 12 years old. So it is out there, and students are being taught, whether parents want to believe it or not. It is
Yeah,
being taught.
it's a good thing for people to be taught about trans people.
Yeah, and that's actually like very rare. In most areas, that is not the case. I think that it's great that people are accepting and inclusive of those people in your area, but that's not the case for the majority of places in America.
It did say gender dysphoria also. The list was very, very long.
Awesome.
Yes, I do believe so. I have been adorable. I have been watching you. I've been trying to get up on one of your lives. I appreciate you letting me up. I
No
was
problem.
curious as to some people don't understand that men can be trans and yet have a child.
Yep.
That's been one of your biggest problems, trying to get them to understand.
Yeah.
And also, there are so many kids who are transphobic because they've gotten it from their parents.
Yep.
They've got it from
100%.
parents, from
Yep.
home, not from school, but from home. That's basically all I had to say about it. Address the transphobia. It is real, and they're
Yep.
getting it from home.
Exactly. 100%. Was there anything else you wanted to say today?
Not right away, no. I was listening. I didn't get a chance to listen to everything. I was surprised you brought me up so quick, but I appreciate it.
No problem.
That it is out there, and these kids are learning. They're learning from home. They may not like it, but it is there, because those questions were asked by the parents to find out as they go to see the doctor, to see their pediatrician, to find out if this child is going through a transformation. Is this child possibly, exhibiting behavior that says they may not be in the right body? Gender dysphoria. So I just wanted people to know that I don't live in Florida. I don't live in Texas. I live in Las Vegas, and it does happen. They may not like it, but it's in the paperwork. If they don't like it, they can address that with the school. But it is there. If you don't mind, I'm going to go down in the comments, continue to listen. And
All right, fantastic.
Thank you so much for having me up.
You too. You have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That was a nice guest. Guys, keep tapping that screen. I guess we only have 7 minutes left. Not much point in tapping, so don't break your fingers tapping. It's just habit. However, if you are enjoying these conversations, please do give me and my amazing panel a follow. I go live twice a day, almost every day. Tomorrow will be just once a day, one time. Tomorrow I will be doing a 5-hour live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But yeah, if you're enjoying this, please give me a follow. I really want to hit 100,000 before the end of the year. At the rate we're going, we should easily be able to do that. I'm averaging 700 to 800 followers a day, so we can do it, guys. We can do it. We're gonna bring up the next guest. So it's gonna be a short one. We really don't have much time left. Just a reminder, everyone: all gifts are very much appreciated, and 5% of all gifts are donated to charity.
Hello, mate.
How you doing today?
I'm just gonna say, I just want to ask a question. It's
How old
no
are you, please?
hate. It's no hate. Say again.
I need to know your age first.
I'm 27.
27, fantastic. What year were you born?
21st of the 12th, 1995.
Okay, fantastic.
I
Proceed.
just want to ask a question. It's no hate, you know. I ain't got no problem with trans or gays or boys or nothing. Just a quick question: Do you agree that they are like teaching kids at school there?
I do not agree. I think that they should be teaching kids at school, but I think that generally speaking, they're not.
Yeah, but what age starting from?
Should be taught before they even start going to school. A gender identity develops between the ages of 3 and 7. There's nothing wrong with kids learning about gender.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I just don't agree with it. I don't think they should be taught until they go to secondary school, which, well, it might be called something different actually if you're in America, but like when you're
What specifically that we are proposing to be taught do you have an issue with being taught at that age?
I think once, like when you're 16, 17, 18, I think, or maybe 15, pushing it, I think that's the right age to teach people. But I think any younger than that, I think it's
Right, because I knew I was gay before I was 5.
You knew? Wait, say that again.
I knew I was gay before I was 5.
Yeah.
There's no
There-
chance.
Not for you to step on.
Yeah, I knew I was trans like in elementary school. I think it was probably like second grade, maybe first grade. And like I didn't necessarily know like what trans was, but I knew I could identify the incongruence, and a lot of children can as well. It's at the latest we see development of that part of the brain at the age of 7, but generally it's around 3 or 4. So by the time most kids are in school, they already have a pretty good understanding of their identity, their sexuality, who they're attracted to, and their gender.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What do you mean by school though? Like what? Like, 'cause obviously you're. I'm guessing you're in America or somewhere because you said something different to what we call it over here. So I'm in England. So what
We can't hear you.
what age where you are? 'Cause it's different where I am.
That would be around age 6 or 7 for me.
Yeah, nah, I haven't got no hate against it. You know, it's whatever opinion you have, but I just don't agree with it being that young. They should be taught. I think it should be 15 and above. Personally,
Again,
that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that you're wrong or I'm wrong. Or right. You know,
Can you
it's just my opinion.
substantiate it? Can you substantiate it?
Yeah, like again, I asked you what specifically that we are proposing to be taught. Do you have an issue with being taught at that age?
Well, they shouldn't be taught that you can change your sex because, in my eyes, if you're a man, you're a man.
We wouldn't teach that. That's not what being transgender is. That's not what we would teach.
No, but I'm saying if you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. In my opinion,
Can I share some common experiences with you, Drama?
Say again, sorry.
Can I share some common experiences with you?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. When you don't teach kids that trans people exist, the ones that are trans don't know how to deal with that, don't know where to turn, don't know how to cope. This leads to them self-medicating by the age of 14, like many of my friends did. This leads to them getting back alley injections and medical services provided by non-medical providers in hotel rooms, like some of my friends have. When you don't allow children to learn that these people exist, and if you are one of these people, there are avenues for you. They will seek out other avenues. By not educating children, you are going to only hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I understand. Like I said, I'm not here to, I'm not here saying that you're wrong or right, but that is a good point. But I just still don't. I don't know.
Can you substantiate that? Because you haven't. Also, by 15, kids have access to the internet. So would you rather they learn this information from strangers on the internet or professionals that have been trained on this?
Well, of course, professionals, of course.
Okay.
But
so you agree with us that it should be taught earlier in schools?
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. When I think about it, I just think it's quite a young age. But yeah,
You
I
realize the
suppose
kids know how to use the internet by the time they're like 5 at this point, right? Maybe
yeah,
4.
I have a daughter
So
that's
they're already going to learn about it
yeah, of
from
course.
strangers on the internet. Would you rather they learn it from them or professionals?
Yeah, no, professionals, of course. I have a
So
daughter
you
that's
agree,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I have a daughter that's 3, and she pretty much knows how to use my phone. You know, I'm not, but obviously I've never really spoke to anyone about it. So obviously, the person that just spoke, obviously, like she said, she gave me some information, and I understand where you're coming from now. You know, my opinion has probably changed because, like you said, I'd rather people that are professional teach them than people that aren't professional that are probably going to chat shit and talk a load of crap than people that know about the subject and everything, can understand and can make people understand what they're talking about. But yeah, no, that's something I've come onto live. I asked my question and you've told me, you've said what you've said and I've learned something, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, big up to the trans people, and like I said, I've got no hate against you, and I hope you all get what you want.
Well, thank you so much. You have a good day.
And you, mate. Have a good day.
Bye. Okay, guys, that is it for this live. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to everyone who sent gifts. Thank you to everyone who subbed. You are all hugely appreciated. I will see you all again tonight at 8 p.m. Reminder to everyone, this Friday, Mel and I are doing our tag team live. It'll be just the two of us versus opposition. That's happening Friday night. Yeah, make sure to be there, everyone. Yeah, thank you. See you later. I'm gonna go decompress. I gotta relax. So I'm gonna go decompress now. Thank you all for being here. Bye.